Later on in life, I played the bigger guy. With that, let's get it going on our Tuesday. Mason in Ireland. Right now, the biggest show on the radio.
What is that?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You all, of course, watched the Laker game in its entirety last night, right?
Yeah,
we did. Just checking.
I was actually listening on the app.
Oh, were you?
How's that? Well, by the way,
app
somebody
sounds
asked me a
great.
question that you may know the answer to.
Okay.
Somebody came up to me at the game, and Doug Mann,
The great Doug Mann.
my statistician,
Mace loves Doug Mann.
Doug's the best. Man.
is going to Florida this week.
No.
He cannot listen to the game on the app.
Nope,
We're the 75-mile rule
It's
applies.
geofenced, as they say.
Okay, so if he wants to do it, then he's got to buy NBA League Pass audio.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
You have to be within our market
By the
DMA.
way, NBA League Pass audio, $10 for the whole season.
Oh, $10? That's
For
it?
For the
Yeah.
whole season?
Yeah,
Oh.
so it's
This
worth
is,
it.
Oh, look
this
who's
is
here.
amazing.
George
This is
Sedano
amazing.
just coming in.
Oh, Shadano's here.
Fresh off around the horn.
That's the best costume of the night.
That's a winner.
Hour number one of the Pat McAfee Show starts right now.
Put your hand on the button.
excellent, man.
Put your hand on the button, Brian.
Oh,
Did you swear on Around the Horn?
I did swear on around the horn, John Ireland.
There you
At
go.
the end, when spoiler alert, I won, okay?
Yeah.
And I swore because Nick Saban's birthday's today. He's a regular guest on the
Yes,
Pat
he
McAfee
is.
Show.
Well paid.
So I wanted to make sure we paid homage to, the Nick Saban
Yes.
on his birthday. I called him the greatest mother bleeping bleepity bleepity bleep coach in the history of college football.
There you go.
All right, as somebody who does a lot of voice impressions, can
Holy
I tell
crap,
you something?
this hurts.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to
Are
say.
you
Yeah.
really this vascular, Sedano? Or did they put that in makeup? He's very vascular. I never
What does
noticed that.
vascular mean?
It's like the veins.
I
in
need
his
to lose
nose.
like
veins.
10 to look more like McAfee, but I'm
Now,
okay today.
I think you look good.
Tell
Yeah,
me
you look
about
very good.
the hairpiece.
The wig?
The wig.
It's great.
Yes,
Yeah.
the wig.
I think I
Wig's
need one of
great,
those.
Facial hair.
Did you do this yourself or did
No,
they do
I
it
had
for
makeup people do this.
Oh,
What do you think?
okay.
I could do
Is,
it myself?
is everyone in Around the Horn dressed like McAfee or just you?
No, just me.
Okay.
Israel Gutierrez was a Ken doll.
All right, I
Okay.
am worried about your voice. I got to tell you.
I'm only going to do this for the next 2 minutes, and then
Good.
that'll be over.
Promise?
Yes,
Because
I
I've
promise.
done what you're doing when I did the Chris
The
Russo,
Russo, yeah.
and it took me 3 days, and you would probably have a game this week, right?
I do, and I'm
Cough
going to be
drop,
Russo
cough drop.
next year. Actually,
Okay.
I've already established this.
Well, you
Israel
heard Mason.
Gutierrez-
Mason, if Alex Grinch is not fired by USC,
Yeah.
Mason says he retires
I'm
on the
retiring.
spot.
Wow,
On the spot.
wow,
Yeah. Wow.
No 2028.
Oh, I like the wow. So the wow.
Wow,
Wow.
wow.
Yes.
Israel Gutierrez. I said Ken doll. Clinton Yates, TV's Clinton Yates,
Yes.
was Jimmy Butler, emo Jimmy Butler.
Oh, with the
long hair.
And
I
then
like
Woody
that.
Page was Taylor Swift.
Woody Page still
How the
around?
hell
Wow.
did that work?
Oh, it was good.
Well,
Was it?
Tune in. 2
I will
o'clock.
have to watch. That's
Yeah.
a good teaser.
38 minutes from now. All right, I'm done with this voice.
Okay.
Oh
Please.
my God, that hurts.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, save your voice.
Yeah.
That is-
So do you go into makeup? Did they decide who you're going to be?
Well, they asked me if I wanted to be McAfee, and I said I wanted to be Russo.
Oh, okay.
But they're like, McAfee's kind of hotter right now. Let's do McAfee.
And we pay McAfee $17 million, and we pay Russo less than that.
Sure.
So be McAfee.
Sure.
Yeah, so McAfee. And then I was in makeup from 10 till 11:15 to put all this together.
to put that
It looks
together.
good.
It looks,
It
it
looks
looks
good.
really good.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah.
Or you did a
Excellent
good job,
work.
whoever.
They
Now,
did.
how many trick-or-treaters do you get at your house?
Not a lot.
No?
Not a lot of trick or
If you want to, bring your kids to my house.
Yeah,
we have
that's
a bunch
what I've
there,
heard.
and you
Ramona's
can.
shaking her head.
Momo has
Hi, Momo.
arrived, shaking her head.
How long are you going to keep this beard?
Oh, I'm taking it off after I leave here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just take one big picture in the
We're not
break.
going to leave it on for Cappy?
No, man, it's
Come on,
itchy, dude.
But we got to all be in costume.
I need professional people to take this off. This is like stuck
Oh,
on
is
my
it really?
face.
It's like
Yes.
glue
Yeah.
and stuff?
I know,
He has to be on TV tomorrow night, Chris.
I know the person who did your hair and
Yvonne,
makeup.
she's the best.
Yvonne, she does
Yeah.
costume makeup.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, no, dude,
so she dressed me up as Mike Krzyzewski one year.
Oh, yeah?
We had to put a wig on, and she did all that. But like, this is next level.
That really is.
That
can
looks
I
like
touch it?
a real beard.
Yeah, the beard
George.
looks legit.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
if I
75
didn't-
minutes,
If
man.
I didn't know you, I would assume you just grew a beard. That looks
Yeah,
fantastic.
75
You know,
minutes in
you
the
kind
chair.
of look like the Wolfman.
It is a little bit of Wolfman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing-
yeah. There's a little
not
bit of
that there's
Wolfman.
anything wrong
no,
with that.
absolutely not.
The picture's good because they had the. Well, I should get on the mic.
Yeah.
They had, we have a green screen on Around the Horn. So
Right.
they literally took the exact picture of Pat McAfee's studio
that's
and
cool.
superimposed me on the green screen.
That's
It was
really
great.
cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Ireland
Really good
did not wear his costume today. I
wore his
understand
Ireland
it's great.
costume.
Yeah.
I'm here as Alex Grinch, defensive coordinator for the USC Trojans. My least favorite person. Momo is here. Momo, will you dress up?
I have a
Tonight?
collection of witches'
That looks
hats
good.
and wigs that I generally put on when I go trick or treating with the boys.
Okay.
So that's what I will wear tonight.
Who goes trick or treating with the boys and who handles that?
I go with the boys and Nevin stays home.
Okay. You sit. Okay. All right.
But
So
we
Sedano
also-
will be along shortly.
Yes.
And
he's right here.
with beardless.
He'll be
Yeah,
along
I'm gonna
shortly
take this
on
off,
Mike
sorry.
4.
I'm very disappointed. Cappy and I have a whole outfit plan. You see part of it right now on me.
Yeah, but I need a professional to take this off.
Cappy
you
will
really
rip it
do.
off.
It's-
Cappy will rip it
Yeah.
off.
No, dude.
Lindsay knows how to get it
this
off.
is,
Hey, wait, I got a question,
This is
though.
his moneymaker. The face is his
Did
It's
you
true.
moneymaker.
call Pat to like tell him, hey, I'm gonna play you?
No, but I did run it up the flagpole in Bristol.
Because you never know who's gonna think it's cool and who's gonna think it's like.
Yeah,
I
but
can't imagine Pat McAfee being offended by someone playing him on Halloween. That seems right up his alley.
we totally ran it up just to make sure. I always do that.
You never know.
I always, if it's someone at
Yeah,
ESPN,
Momo trying to stir it
I
up
always
over
make sure that they're cool with it.
Right.
Momo tried to. Nobody thought of that idea. Now it's
I
gonna.
mean, how
make
is
it
it
become-
not somebody dressed as you?
Not
you know?
everybody believes imitation is a form
Well,
of flattery.
I'll tell you guys a story. So when Westbrook played for the Lakers at the first Mandy's, I was
remember
going to
this.
wear a Russell Westbrook Met Gala outfit. And the Lakers are notorious for not laughing at stuff like that.
Right,
So
right.
I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald did a great impression of David Letterman where he said, hey, Dave, Paul, you watched the HBO?
Dave didn't like it?
Dave hated it, and Norm Macdonald never went back on.
Well, who was the
Late
one
Show
that did
with-
Tom Snyder that
Dan-
Tom hated?
Tom, everybody would sit down and go, let me tell you, and it was...
But wasn't there somebody that did it fairly
It was
consistently?
people doing the Dan Aykroyd impression
Right.
of Tom Snyder. And he got pissed off every time and tanked every interview the moment they did the impression for
There you
him.
go.
They thought, oh, he'll love this. I'll do the Dan Aykroyd impression of
Kind
it.
of like when I made you do Mitch Kupchak in front of Mitch Kupchak.
Yes, it is very similar to that. That did not go over.
Yeah. Well, Mitch, that shocks me because Mitch.
Well, Stephen John.
Mitch's sense
we
of humor is,
believe.
you know, good.
It was a very good Mitch, and
Yeah.
you delivered it so well. And
So
he looked
well.
at you like,
Do you remember we had Jack Buck on once, and I made you do your Jack Buck for Jack Buck,
Yeah.
and he was completely unimpressed.
Completely unimpressed, yeah.
It was like, can't do it.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Coming up next, let's get into
gotta
the Harden trade.
Yeah, we get Momo's here. We got to get into that.
Momo's here. She was
do
a
it.
huge
Good
part of
trade
breaking
for the
story.
Clippers. Bad trade for Philly.
Yeah, bad
is
trade.
that McAfee saying that?
That's
or Sedano?
George Sedano saying
Oh,
that.
Let me
that's
hear
George
McAfee
Sedano.
doing it. Let me hear McAfee.
It's a hell of a trade for the Clippers. They got a good team. I got a good team. I got AJ Hawk. I got Darius. I got some other guys around here. But that good trade for them.
good.
Now he can carry them in the regular season, and then the Terminator Kawhi can take care of business in the postseason.
It's pretty good.
It's really good, man. Really
pretty
good.
good.
That hurts.
I'm extremely worried about your voice.
Yeah,
I was
no,
just going to
that's the
say.
last time.
Go easy. Go easy. All right.
Lot of cough
Let me
drops.
tell you about Hyundai. Just unbelievable cars at Hyundai. I got to drive the fully electronic Ioniq 6, which is like driving on a dream. Does that make sense? Driving like a dream? Driving as a dream.
It all works.
It all works. It's a dream. You can get range of up to 360 miles and go just about anywhere on one charge with the Ioniq 6 ultra-fast charging capabilities. You can go from 10% batteries to 80% battery in as little as just 18 minutes. The Ioniq 6 makes the transformation to EV so easy. Beautiful car, digital key, lock and unlock your car from your phone. The fully electronic Ioniq 6. When it comes to making the jump to EV, they think of every mile. This is from your Southern California Hyundai dealers. Hyundai, it's your journey. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Tuesday?
Yeah, Disco
Can we
Tuesday.
bump?
Yeah, sure.
You want to bump?
Bumping was a big thing when I was like in 7th grade.
We can do the
Are people
hustle
still
together.
Bumping? My mom and dad did the hustle. They learned the hustle to go out to
Do the
the
hustle.
nightclub. Do the hustle. Dun, 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 dun.
My favorite person's here now.
Yeah.
Momo's here from out of Shelburne. So
Yeah.
We still need to line dance.
we do need to line dance. We talk about this every summer and it never happens.
We're going to make it happen this summer.
It's
Yeah.
not
Okay.
too late.
Yeah.
It's never
My kids
too
are
late.
old enough now.
Okay.
I can go out at night.
Beautiful.
So,
They don't
Momo,
cry in the middle of the
you were
night
part
anymore.
of breaking the big news today.
was
The
very exciting.
James Harden trade to the Clippers. Take us through the process.
Oh, well, go ahead. Explain.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, who blinked? Did Daryl blink by giving James Harden what he wants?
No, I think
because
the
a week
Clippers got
ago
creative
the
and
Clippers said we were done, and the Sixers said, "We're get in here, get into practice." Who blinked?
I would say they both did. Like, I know that's a cop-out answer, but they both did. So the Clippers had this. The Sixers had a red line of, we need to get 2 first-round draft picks.
Okay.
We have to have 2. That's the number.
Right.
And it has to be expiring. So we don't want to take on guys whose contracts go beyond this year. So
Did any of the Clippers who went to the Sixers have a contract beyond
No.
this year?
Right.
Okay.
Harden's a
They're all
walk away.
expiring.
Yeah.
okay, so it all preserves their cap
Everyone in the
space.
deal is an expiring contract,
PJ
including
Tucker,
Harden.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought PJ Tucker being thrown in was a huge boost for the Clippers. He'll play. He'll
Yeah.
get minutes for them, won't he?
It's interesting. That one. There's a
Remains
lot
to
there.
be seen?
There's a lot there. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think he was as impactful for the Sixers as people were hoping he'd be. I think, he might have sort of helped facilitate some of the James Harden feelings last year of feeling underappreciated, et cetera. And he also is under contract for next year, so he has money on the books for next year. So that gets them even more money that they can use in free agency or in a trade. So here's how: if you're the Sixers, this is 2 things have happened since the season started. Tyrese Maxey had an amazing week.
Yep.
He was the player of the week.
yeah,
in the
he's-
Eastern
he's-
Conference.
he's really
He's an ascending
He
player
looks,
in the
He
league.
looks
Yeah.
like an all-star. He looks like a guy that
I
can
still
just-
would have traded him for Dame, but he is a good
I
player.
probably would have too.
Yeah.
So that made them feel a little more secure in that. And number 2, James pulled 2 or 3 stunts where it became clear that the idea that they could coax him back onto the court, that he would show up and play, or that he would sort of he'd see the light and say, I have to play and I have to show out, that was over. I think the plane
But isn't-
stunt was the last straw.
Okay, I agree with everything you said, but isn't Harden the big winner
Yeah,
here?
absolutely. He got what he wanted.
Yeah. No, that's
He
all
got what he wanted.
By the way, I think the big loser is going to be the Clippers. The big loser is going to be the Clippers.
Why?
He's blown up the last 3 teams that he went to. Honestly, you can't. Once is an outlier. Twice, it becomes a trend. 3, it's a pattern. I mean, honestly, this has been going
Okay.
on now for a number of years. James
So,
Harden.
I'm going to lay this out, and you tell me
How
if you
you're wrong?
see any similarity. No, not how you're wrong.
All right.
If you see any similarities to a past Laker team that we all thought might be great and
Yeah.
wasn't,
Okay.
okay? Russell Westbrook in 2019
Yeah.
was traded to the Houston Rockets.
Yep.
It was the same
And James
summer.
Harden was there.
And James Harden was there. It was the same summer Kawhi and Paul go to the Los Angeles Clippers, and Anthony Davis goes to the Lakers.
Okay. Big summer.
Okay, big summer. None of those other guys have won a ring. Like, all the guys who've been changing teams. Russell Westbrook has been on 5 teams since then. Harden's been on 4 teams since then. Kawhi and Paul got to the Western Conference Finals, and I will say I do think they would have won if Kawhi didn't get hurt in the series before that. I thought they were great that year. But they haven't won either. These 4 guys from L.A., all of them from surrounding areas of L.A., okay?
Yep.
These 4 guys, this is their last shot. This is it. This is Kawhi and Paul are extension eligible. I think they eventually get extended, but they don't have to do it, and so they can wait on it. Westbrook is year to year. He had to sign for a very low contract this year. Harden, the only
1-year
way
deal.
1-year deal.
Yep.
I mean, he's playing out this year, and then part of the reason it was important for him to go to the Clippers is they would have his bird rights.
Right.
So they have such an expensive team. They're almost like Phoenix, where they're boxed into this team now. They have to keep re-signing the same group of players, or they have to get rid of all of them.
And
they
start
have to-
over.
Yeah, it's like, this is the year. You guys are the 30-something stars who haven't won rings, who've gone to different teams and chased the rings and all that. And this is it. They got them all together. It might work. They all might get to a place where they work it out because they realize this is one of their last chances. But it also might be really bad, too.
Yeah.
Like, remember when the Lakers got Gary Payton and
Karl
Malone?
Yep.
And that same year they joined Shaq and then they got Dwight Howard and Steve Nash. Like, this is not an unusual move for super teams to go get 2 aging superstars who've never won and think it's going to work out. It doesn't usually work.
Yep.
All right.
But it could.
Here's
the chances are not 0, but they're low.
I think they're a better team with James Harden than they were before they had him.
Okay, but Ramona, here's what I want to know. I love Westbrook.
Yeah, I know.
But
you do.
he needs the ball.
I know.
Harden needs the ball
at all times.
Kawhi and PG expect the ball.
I know.
There's only one ball. How's this going to work?
Exactly. And look. To me, the ball is in James Harden's hand. He is an incredible point guard, led the league in assists last year,
but
makes great decisions.
Didn't we learn from the Laker experiment that Russ can't play off the ball?
Right, and so then you move Russ back to a 6-man role maybe, and
he's
make him the
gonna
captain
love
of
that.
the bench.
Yeah, no, he loves being the 6th man.
Right.
That's the one thing Westbrook loves is coming off the bench.
Exactly. So
He
I mean,
loves that.
This is why Ty Lue is paid very well. If he figures this out, he should get all the flowers and all the money and all the everything because this is going to be a heck of an ego situation to sort through.
Right, and if you're the Clippers, so what? I mean, you might as well just roll the dice and give it a shot.
You swing on talent.
I think it's going to bomb, but
James Harden's really good, guys.
He's great. He's great. Led the league in assists last year. All that stuff. He fills up a
great
box
shooter.
score like it's nobody else.
He's going to be motivated.
But Momo,
but I do worry about what it does to Westbrook.
And here's the other thing: Terrence Mann's hurt right now.
Yeah, but he's really good too.
So you got to find minutes for him.
Right.
They're going to, tomorrow night, they play the Magic tonight and the Lakers tomorrow night.
Yep.
It may be too early for them to play tomorrow night, but let's say they do.
He's not going to play tomorrow night. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Is he in basketball shape?
He's absolutely in basketball shape. I think he'll debut against the Knicks in Madison Square Garden.
On Friday?
I think it's Friday, yeah.
Okay. But the Clippers, for whatever reason, have this reputation of having this really smart, progressive front office. They gave Executive of the Year to somebody from the Clippers the year that Pelinka should have got it.
Yeah.
They pulled off the Paul George trade and the Kawhi signing.
Pelinka's best friend died, and we won the title. How? I mean, and he didn't take a leave of absence. If anybody can ever explain to me how Rob Pelinka got 1 vote for Executive of the Year.
Okay, that voting was done before the end of the year, though.
But it was done after the death of Kobe.
Yeah, but not before they won.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, I think the
Pelinka
question is it has to do with him being an agent.
I agree with you.
Negotiating
Yeah, and people
against
wanted the
everybody
Laker job.
Yeah, but if they do this now, if Mason's right and this is an unmitigated disaster, and Westbrook and Harden can't coexist because this is the 3rd time they've played together. They played together in Oklahoma City and they were good, but that's when Harden was the 6th man.
That's right.
Then they played together in Houston and the Lakers knocked them out in 5 games.
Yep.
And by the way, the way they knocked him out in 5 games, if you guys remember that series in the bubble, they just didn't guard Westbrook.
Yeah. Right.
They said, "Oh, you're going to play Westbrook off the ball and give it to Harden?
Yeah.
We'll double team whoever we want and let Russ shoot you guys out of the series."
Yeah.
And Russ did.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work, do we just go back to saying why do the Clippers have this reputation of being geniuses and then they do stuff like this?
Or if this doesn't work, Momo, do they just say, "All right, we're moving into a new building. Let's
let
build
the
from the
building
ground
be
up.
the thing.
The building is the thing, and let's develop a team."
I think that they are at that inflection point. I think that is, it's a question they'll have to ask themselves, right? Like in the new CBA, you can't just keep paying everybody. You can't.
Right.
It's too expensive. So, but what you can do,
but they're not paying Russ. He's playing for nothing.
Yeah.
But what you can do, which is what Phoenix has done, is you can get everybody you want, as many stars as possible, under contract before these new rules kick in. They start kicking in this offseason.
Right.
So if you get as many stars as you can in the door, and then you just keep paying those people. Like just keep paying those guys, and it'll cost you $1 bazillion. You won't be able to improve the team any other way. It's going to be almost impossible to do different trades or aggregate salaries together for trades. It's going to be very hard to maneuver any other moves. But if you like your team, and then you just keep paying those guys, that's what you're gonna you're gonna lock yourself in. So
all right, give me your opinion.
Throw it all away,
Yep,
or you lock them in
for
the next 3 or 4 years.
1 year from today, on Halloween
Okay.
2024.
Yep.
Is Ty Lue the coach of the Clippers?
Yes.
He has no contract, right?
Yeah, he's under contract for 2 years.
He for 2 more years.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
think he coaches both of them?
Yep. I think they're all there next year.
Okay.
One other related question. So, back in Philly,
Ooh.
how's Joel Embiid feeling?
Okay. Joel Embiid is like any other superstar, and when he will be asked this question, he'll say, I just want to win, man. Whatever gives us the best chance of winning. I don't want to be involved. Because I think every superstar in the league looked at what happened with LeBron advocating for Westbrook and getting blamed for how that went and said, okay, I'm not going to touch that.
Right.
That's like
I don't
like
want
Giannis.
my signature on any of that stuff. Yeah.
That's like they didn't even tell Giannis they were trading for Dame, right?
Right.
So I think Joel is kind of like, I don't know. Let's see how it goes. However, he really likes Tyrese Maxey. I know that. Mm-hmm. And he likes Nick Nurse. He likes the system they're running, and he likes that. But the question for the Sixers and the rest of the league is, how long does he give them? Because you don't get those draft picks. They got 2 firsts, and they got expiring deals, and they have
And they're going to use all these
$50
to make
million
So
a
they got
trade.
cap
stuff
space.
to trade at
Right.
the deadline.
Are
yeah.
they going to do something now? Are they going to go get OG Anunoby or make a run at, I don't know, Karl Towns, DeRozan, Zach LaVine? Like, those are all names that are out there as guys they could go get.
all walk-away guys, I think, for
Either walk
next
away
year.
or make so much money their teams might want to
Yeah,
trade them.
right.
Are they going to use their assets now to get them help, to get Joel help for this year? Or are they going to wait and play the cap space game? Oh, let's see who we can get as a free agent. Oh,
Yeah,
let's
but
see.
does Embiid care about the cap space game, or is he going to do what guys around the league have
Yeah,
done and say, I want out of here?
He's 7'3", leads the league in scoring, can average a triple-double, under contract for a few more years. How many more years of his prime do you want to make him sit and wait? Like, how
he
long
also-
do you want to wait?
And he has a say in this. He
Of
could
course.
do what Harden just did
Absolutely.
and force his way out.
When you're as good as he is, you can do. It doesn't matter what the contract says. So I think he gives them this year. He gives them. Let's see how this works out. Let's see if they are motivated to continue to add around him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he gives them this year, but we'll see next summer. And I think every team in the league is watching Philly, and I think every superstar is watching that very, very closely to say, is now the time to start texting Joel?
Yeah,
is now
right.
the time to start recruiting?
Right.
Depends on how they do.
Yeah. Do you want to hang out and do Wheel of Questions? Or do you got to go?
I kind of got to go because
Okay.
I gotta get.
She's got to get her costume on.
Oh,
There's
that's
trick or
right.
treating.
You know what
to
I'm
be
doing?
done.
I'm
What are the
balancing
boys
the-
going as?
Okay, Daniel, I bought him a superhero costume, but
Good.
he doesn't seem interested.
Which
he wants
superhero?
Just like a generic superhero costume that lights
Generic
up.
superhero. Got it.
Pottery Barn. It was on sale, and
Okay.
it looked nice.
All right.
I know. And I had a cape. I thought it'd be cool.
Yeah, sure.
But he's uninterested in my fancy Pottery Barn kids
Yeah.
costume. He just likes his old Cookie Monster costume.
Oh, so there it is.
So I think he's Cookie.
I'm with
and
him.
Jacob is Elmo, and it is so cute.
Aw.
And I have him in a Batman thing during the day, so he's going from Batman to Elmo. today.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
And
Well,
I'm really interested. I really am into spiking Jacob's hair as a mohawk lately.
As a
if you haven't-
mohawk.
As if you haven't seen my Instagram.
It's very
lately.
stylish. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Is there anything cuter than a baby with
No,
a
it's
with a
very
mohawk?
cute.
Yeah.
Very cute. All right, Momo. Well, thanks
Bye,
for all the
guys.
breaking news.
Bye,
Appreciate
Ramona.
it. There's Momo Shelburne coming up next for you. Going to
It's just
spin
Momo.
spin the wheel of
Dropped
questions.
the last
You're right.
name.
Momo Shelburne.
It's like
Momo.
Prince, Madonna,
Yeah.
Momo.
Momo, exactly. Momo, thanks. Coming up next, we're going to spin the wheel of questions. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN. Honey, if you... here, actually, this is a message for tonight. Be extra careful driving around tonight. It's a day where people leave work early, they race home, they get their kids. We were just talking to Momo about it, ready to go trick-or-treating. The issue is people literally race home. And when on city streets, and especially neighborhoods today, of all the days, take an extra second, make sure there aren't any kids walking around on the street. Or worse yet, watch for kids walking into the street from in between parked cars. Halloween night is unfortunately more pedestrians walking, well, actually is more pedestrians walking through the neighborhood than any day of the year. So please, please, please be careful. It's okay if your son or daughter has to wait a few extra minutes for you to get home. The neighborhood candy will still be there for them. You want drivers to be careful driving through your neighborhood, so make sure you are careful driving around. Happy Halloween to everybody from the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie. Remember, call jacob.com, Mason, Ireland, 710 ES.
Let's do Disco Tuesday once in a while. Change it up. Happy Halloween. I am a dancing queen.
Yes.
I will be tonight when
Yes.
Cappy and I go bouncing. By the way,
I know. Where are you bouncing to?
we're going to bounce to like the Irish bars down in downtown. Maybe
Nice.
this place Hank's, which is a real, it's in a flop house hotel.
Oh, nice.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong.
There's still a Flophouse hotel downtown?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They
really?
haven't gotten to that one yet.
Oh, got
It's off
it.
a Grand.
Oh, they'll fix it up and it'll be condos sooner or later.
Remember, 7:10 combo play. Mason and I will go till 3 o'clock. Then at 3 o'clock, Shinano and Cappy.
Yep.
And we'll go till 5. And then, of course, World Series Baseball. Right here on 710
Game
ESPN.
number 4, I believe,
4.
if you're scoring it.
Texas is up 2-1.
Texas up 2-1. Don't count
all
out
right.
the
And
D-backs.
if you're scoring at home-
Go D-backs. I want a long series.
If you're scoring at home, why are you listening to us?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
What are you wasting your time scoring for?
Well, I wouldn't mind keeping on Mason and Ireland while I'm scoring.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? You're good for this wheel of questions. Stay,
Well, let me.
stay
I was
here.
gonna throw.
Oh,
I was
okay.
gonna-
You go ahead and
Wheel
do
of questions
the part
time.
that you do.
Spin that wheel, producer Brian
Yeah.
Cohen.
All right, here we go. It is my wheel. Oh,
How do you like that
interesting.
one?
Okay, so Detroit Lions defensive back C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who's out for the year, has decided to legally change his name to C.D. Deuce. C-E-E-D-Y.
Deuce?
C.D. Deuce. D-U-C-E.
Okay.
C.D. Deuce.
It's
which
kind
is-
of his alter ego,
It's
right?
his alter ego, yeah. So, Morales, this is good for you. If
Yeah.
you were to change your name, what would you change it to?
Dirk Diggler.
Dirk Diggler's a great
Okay.
choice.
I swear to God, that's what I had in my head.
No, is it
yeah,
really?
Yeah, Chris, you and I are so sick in the head.
Or Venus flytrap.
Which is another
Venus
good one.
flytrap.
Dr.
That's
Johnny
old school,
Fever.
yeah.
All right, if you're going to be Dirk Diggler, I will be Reed Rothschild.
That would be good.
And then everybody can just speculate.
Okay.
If we have an alter ego.
Yeah, exactly. Bergman, you change your name to something. What do you change it to?
So when I was in Hawaii, I was Greg Adams, but I don't like that. So
Why were you Greg Adams?
Was that like your on-air name?
yeah, that was my on-air name because Bergman, I didn't want it in Hawaii. That just didn't sound right. So I took my middle name, which is Adam, and I made it
you didn't want to corner the Jewish population in Hawaii?
In Hawaii, no,
Yeah,
I tried to stay away from that
I don't
one.
blame you.
And I made it Greg Adams, but I didn't really like that. I would go. What about like Bergie G?
Bergie G. Now, is that something you've used before?
No,
or is
I
that
just made it up on the
Bergie
spot right now.
G.
Bergie G.
G. All right. Brian?
Thinking this is a tough one.
Yeah.
Making it up on the spot too. I'd probably go with something like Bernard Blues.
Bernard
Oh,
Blues.
yeah.
I like that. I don't know. You don't like that? I like
Everyone
that.
would
I love
everyone would automatically assume that's a fake name.
Yeah.
No, come on, Bernard.
By the way,
Blues.
did
He
you
sounds like a jazz musician.
did you
Yeah.
Mace,
He plays the
change
sax,
your
the
name
mean
because
sax.
you had a boss at some point that didn't like Mashansky?
No, I changed it on my own. I changed because I didn't have a boss when I first went on the air. I just changed my name to Steve Mason because Mashansky sounded weird. Mashansky in Ireland today. If I came along today, I don't think I'd have changed my name.
Yeah, we haven't been in best with it.
No, Mashansky's a great name.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's a great name. I would change my name to.
By the way, I'm shocked that I've never asked you this, Chris.
Okay.
Where did Mucho Morales come
that's
from?
a
So,
question.
Yeah,
it was- it
so
was
for
a
people who
program-
don't know, Chris's father, Mucho Morales, was a hugely successful DJ in this market
was
for
a program
30
director.
years.
Was a program director.
What's your father's actual name?
Rick?
Okay.
And he was using that and a program director, I think, in Tucson, because it was before RKO Radio discovered him and took him to San Francisco, and then he came to L.A. back in the old days where they literally had scouts, RKO Radio scouts. They would go. RKO Radio was the big company back
Right.
then, and they would go and find new talent in the smaller markets. So his program director in Tucson told him, "Hey, I'm going to call you Mucho." And at the time, my father took it kind of as a racial thing, like this is early '70s, right?
Right.
And he'd used it, and the RKO Radio scout, when he found him, said, "We heard about a guy called Mucho Morales, and I had to come hear you, and you sounded great. You want to come to San Francisco?" And that's when he was 20. Then he went to San Francisco at KFRC, the big station up there.
Yep.
Then came down to KHJ, and the rest is history.
The rest is
So,
history.
yeah, these program directors in the early, they would change people's names.
I used to do it all the time.
Yeah.
I had a talk show host that I named David, or a DJ I named David Letterman, just for the hell of it. Name one Greg Brady. Again, just for the hell of
Well,
it.
do you
pick
know
random
this,
names.
Chris? So A. Martinez, his name is George Martinez, and the way he got that name was when Mason and I were doing the show in two different cities.
Right.
Mason would always yell at him, and he would go, "Hey, Martinez, get in here!" And so somebody who was at the station thought, "Who's A. Martinez?" And A goes, I don't know what you're talking about. My name's George. He goes, well, why does Mason always call you A. Martinez? He goes, no, he's yelling, hey, Martinez, and it just stuck.
So did listeners kind of think his name already was A?
Yes.
So that's kind of so
there was an actor named A. Martinez
really?
Yeah.
on LA Law, a fairly successful guy. He was on Santa Barbara, the soap
the
opera.
daytime show, yeah.
And George Martinez, our friend, met A. Martinez one day. He goes, "You're now more famous than I was with that name."
It's true. It's true.
But that's how he got it.
Do you take credit? Do you ask him for residuals every year?
I do not. In fact, I should mention he was just on the Culture Pop podcast.
And I listened
Was
to
he?
it, and I
Yeah.
was surprised that story never came up.
Come on,
You know
Mace.
what? Because I feel like that story. I feel like
It makes
people
you look
know,
like a bad
no,
guy.
I feel like
No, it
people
doesn't.
know that story. I've told that story so many times. I feel like maybe people know it. So
What
I
did-
didn't
Oh
listen.
my God.
By the way, Pepe's coming in today, right?
Oh,
He
he's
said he
stopping in
was.
with his costume.
The same costume or a new
No,
costume?
new costume.
Yeah, and he
Wait a
did.
second.
Pepe's a man of 1,000 costumes.
Mace, what are you going to change your name to?
Oh, I'm going to change my name to. I like the first name Mason. If I had a kid, I would name him Mason.
Okay. Like all of George Foreman's kids
That
are named
doesn't-
George.
That doesn't sound too self-absorbed, does it? No, I would change my name to Mason Marley. Mason Marley. I like Marley.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't go Marley, Brian.
I'm surprised too.
You went,
The blues.
yeah, Bernard Blues. Bernard Blues. Yeah, I do.
Let's go smoke that joint.
There you go. All right, so the Harden trade, John, you never really said whether you think it's a good trade or bad trade for the Clippers. What do you think the outcome of the Harden trade is for the Clippers?
I don't think it can hurt him.
I just don't think it can help them.
Yeah, that's my question.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it helps him or not. I don't know who has the ball. If Westbrook, Harden, Kawhi, and Paul George are out there, who has the ball?
Yeah, no, it's a fair question. Harden needs the ball in his hands.
So does Russ.
Yeah, so does Russ.
And Kawhi and PG aren't going to sit around as decoys.
No.
They need the ball too.
I think it's the ill-fated voyage of the
Voyage of the Damned.
the SS Minnow
3-hour tour.
3-hour tour.
Yeah.
That's it. I think it's going to be hard to know exactly what that looks like. The one thing I know is that Harden has forced his way out of 3 straight teams.
Right.
And I know he brings a great deal of stability to the organization. But he will be there regardless. And tomorrow night, will he play tomorrow night? Clippers?
Momo says no.
No, tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Are you going tomorrow night?
Yeah, I am going tomorrow night.
Me too.
I heard that.
Stay
tomorrow
for at
night-
least a half.
Tomorrow night's a sweet night.
So you're staying for at least a
Meaning,
half?
I'm staying for a half.
Yeah, but
One
Cappy and
half.
I are at the East Central, so you should stay late with us, and then we'll go bouncing.
Oh, go bouncing? With
Yeah,
you
that
and
sounds like
Cappy?
Mace.
Mace
Yeah.
isn't really. You don't seem to go bouncing.
No, I'm not a big.
Have a rum. You'd
Go
order like a
bouncing
rum
guy.
and coke with us or something.
Yeah, I would do that. I would do that.
Yeah.
Something like a rum and coke. All right, coming up next for you, going to do some What's Up Fool. It's a mini show today. It's a combo plate today. So we're going to go What's Up Fool, and we got Game of Games coming up for you in about 45 minutes or so, and then Shadano and Cappy
It's a big
will
game
be
of games
along.
today, too.
Today is for everything, right?
Basically, Greg, whoever wins it wins the month, right?
Pretty much.
Or at least
'cause-
part of the month.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
either a tie or someone can walk away with the whole
And
thing.
Mace, if you win it, you walk away solo, and it'd be 2 months in a row.
2 months in a row. That's what I'm talking about. Mason, Ireland, 7:10.
From the movie Caddyshack. Remember this scene? That was my guy. I was Rodney Dangerfield in Caddyshack.
I believe
Al
it.
Shervick.
Yeah, I am that guy on the golf course.
to admit.
Al built our condo in Palm Beach.
Yeah.
2 o'clock on Halloween.
Hey, Wang, what do you get, a free bowl of soup with that ad?
I used to use that drop all the time, and now I feel like I can't. But
Yeah.
I think we can on this show.
Well, we just did.
We did, and I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
2 o'clock on Halloween. Happy Halloween. Mason and Ireland go until 3 o'clock, 7:10 combo play time. Don't forget to be safe tonight with the trick-or-treaters,
Yes.
okay? If you're going out there, if you end up at an adult party with a lot of tricks and treats, be safe too.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what you're going to do tonight.
Not all tricks are good.
Depends. You know what is good? A trick that is good. It is time for What's Up, Fool? Hit the drop.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Have some Dos Hombres tonight on Halloween. Yeah. Meanwhile, take it away, Kobe Greg.
Thanks, Morales. All right, so a couple months ago, or when I first started seeing the girl that I'm dating right now, we made a bet on the.
Why'd you say it like that?
I know.
What's the bet?
Yeah,
Okay,
what's
so
the bet?
she is a big New York Giants fan, and I'm
Really?
a big Raider. Yeah, it's weird.
Really?
And I'm a big Raiders fan.
Why is
They
she a
play-
Giants fan?
Her family's from New York.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. So the Giants and the Raiders play on Sunday.
Oh, that's a throwdown.
Yeah, so this has been the whole crux of our relationship.
It's the
was
beauty
based
of a
on this.
game. Yeah, these two get together.
The bet is so for me, I have to shave my beard if the Giants win.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, wait.
Shave it off
What does
completely.
she have to do?
She has to wear a gorilla suit and a tutu and run around a crowded area for 5 minutes saying, "I'm a pretty, pretty princess. I'm a pretty, pretty princess."
By the way, I think she got the worst end of that bet.
No, she didn't.
Okay, she does that for 5 minutes. My beard doesn't come back for 2 weeks.
Not that full beer. That's going
Not
to
the
take
full-
another.
No,
Yeah.
that's
that-
going to take 2 months
Is
to
that
get
a
that
2
back.
No, it comes
Is
back.
that a 2-week beard?
Not 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Yeah, it'll come back decently quickly, but still, yeah, that was gonna be the question: who got the better end of this deal, and do I have a shot because both teams suck?
Both
Well-
teams suck. There will be no winners.
Okay, did anyone
What if they tie?
watch Monday Night Football?
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately.
I'm not exaggerating this, and if I am one, I want you guys to call me on it. Twice, Devontae Adams was wide open for what would have been an easy touchdown,
Yep.
and Jimmy G threw it nowhere near him.
One time threw it out of bounds.
and it's not like Jimmy G was being pressured. He
No.
had plenty of time, and it was like.
He also had a free touchdown on the right side, and he underthrew him for an easy pick.
So for
in the end
that
zone. It was
reason,
terrible.
give me Tommy DeVito and the New York Football Giants.
So am I shaving my beard? You're saying?
I think you might be.
It's gonna be
I
rough,
think
Jack.
you might be.
No,
It's
it's
gonna be
Daniel.
rough,
Daniel
Jack.
Jones
Who's
is
playing
Daniel
playing
Jones.
quarterback for us?
As of right now, Jimmy G.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, Jimmy G is still. I believe he's still upright.
Well,
is he not?
Devontae Adams didn't get paid today, so or,
Yeah,
sorry,
traded.
didn't get traded today.
As
Yeah,
a new
it's-
Raiders fan, this is tough, by the way. This is
It
not
is-
easy.
it
Get
is
used
tough,
to it.
right?
Jump off.
They haven't won since the 1900s.
What do you think, Chris? Do I have a shot? Is
No.
it- I'm shaving.
I told
my beard.
Travis earlier in his survivor pool, do not pick the Raiders on that one.
Oh,
the Giants
God,
are winning.
No, I
God,
can't
no.
take that.
Yeah. No,
What do
that's
you-
off.
Mace?
By the way, I think.
Also,
I
you
think
better.
She got the worst end of the deal.
Really? By
Your beard will grow back. Her embarrassment will last.
Whose
forever.
idea was
That's
it for
only
the
one-
shave the beard? Was
That
that
was her
hers?
idea, yeah.
I'd break
Oh,
up
well,
with her.
sounds like
break
that's
up with
what
her.
she wants.
Just break up with her.
Doesn't it sound like that's what she wants?
Well, she wanted a clean shaven anyway, but I'm like, I'm not doing that. I said I'm not doing it because I'll never do that.
I know she made a bet to get
She made a bet.
who's
It was
wearing
early
the
on.
pants in this relationship.
yeah.
It was early on. No, it's a bet.
Who's the boss?
That's not a boss thing. It was a bet. And if they lose, the Raiders were supposed to be better.
I know who the Mao is in
Yeah.
that relationship.
By the way, I think last night sealed the deal. Josh McDaniel 100% getting fired.
He should be fired right now.
Yeah, he
Well,
should have
I
been
don't-
fired
Yeah,
already.
I don't know what you do.
Just like Lincoln
Doesn't
Riley.
matter. I don't care.
Is Rich Bisaccia still on the
No,
staff?
he's
Because
in,
he
like,
was the best
Detroit or
coach they
something
had
like that.
recently.
Yeah, I think he's a bartender in Oxnard
Yeah,
now.
and by the way, he's the guy that got him to the playoffs.
I know.
Bench Jimmy G, fire McDaniels, and just start over to next year.
Well, I think that's going to happen. I think
Yeah.
that's going to happen.
It should.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys. So yesterday, the radio broadcast of the Jazz game missed part of the first quarter.
I got a text from David Locke, the Jazz
Oh,
announcer,
really?
about this. Go
yeah,
ahead.
So a fan carelessly spilled beer all over their broadcast equipment.
Wow.
And it took them some time, obviously, to clean it up and get the broadcast going again. So my question to you, John, is: has this ever happened to you, or is this a nightmare you have of right before the game, something happens like this, a little freak accident.
All right. Well, I'll tell you 2 quick stories about this particular scenario. The first one is that broadcast position in Denver is basically in the middle of the crowd. It's in the middle of the seats on one of the upper levels. It's a terrible spot.
Right.
But fans are on your left and your right and behind you. And I'm surprised this hasn't happened sooner. And David texted me and said, yeah, they just dumped a whole beer on the console and we're probably off the air for the whole night. I'm glad they got back up and running.
Wow.
But Brian, to answer your question, has that ever happened? This is a true story and I'm not embellishing. One time Mason and I, when we were doing mornings, used to go to this place called Papa's in Long Beach.
Yes.
It burned down.
It did burn down.
Yeah.
And we show up one morning to do a remote broadcast, and there's no engineer. No one told the engineer that we were going live, and we had to be in the air in like 20 minutes. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. We didn't have time to drive back to Burbank, where we were working then. So Mason and I stood next to each other on 2 payphones and did an entire show into the payphones. So most broadcasters have a story like this, Brian, of their technology failing them and being forced to improvise. And so that's the one that popped into my. You remember that?
I do remember it, yeah. I remember standing next, and Tommy Lasorda was the guest, and he
Yeah.
was like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Like, we were on payphones, and then we needed a third phone for Lasorda. They didn't have one.
So
we passed the phone back and forth with Tommy Lasorda.
And then an engineer showed up with like a half hour left in the show, and I think we did the last half hour on headsets.
Yes.
But that was it.
What's up, fool?
Like I said, The Athletic released the latest Vegas MVP odds. I'm sorry. And Tyreek Hill, who just broke records this last week, is 12th on the list. To me, that's a little low, but the first 7, all quarterbacks. So my question to you guys is, if Tyreek gets 2,000 yards, is there still no chance that
I actually looked
contention?
into this. So it's very hard. I don't even know. Greg, look up if a wide receiver has ever won the MVP in the NFL. Like maybe Jerry Rice did one year, but I don't think so. Only 3 defensive players have ever won it. Lawrence Taylor was the last one in the 80s.
No, none have ever hoisted the prestigious award.
And,
there you go.
And Brian, in the Heisman Trophy, 4 wide receivers have won it. The most recent being Devontae Smith at Alabama. But the 3 of those 4 receivers were also big return guys, like Johnny Rodgers, Desmond Howard, Tim Brown. Tyreek doesn't return kicks. If he did, I think if he impacted the game in more than just being a receiver, I almost think this would be the year he would win it because there isn't a dominant quarterback yet. Tua would be the closest thing to it, but there isn't a dominant quarterback yet. So I think he's got a shot, but he's got to have
But here's my question. So Cooper Kupp won the Triple Crown. He didn't get a sniff at MVP.
Right.
Yeah, but wasn't Mahomes?
So I don't know why.
Wasn't that one of the years Mahomes went off?
But what I'm saying is, I just don't think it's not a wide receiver award. I think it's a quarterback's award. It goes to the best quarterback in the league, as judged by the writers. So no, I don't think Tyreek Hill has. I think he has 0 chance of winning. He's an unbelievable talent and a game-changing player, but I don't think that he will be. He could be top 10 in MVP voting, but I don't think there's any chance.
Even if he goes 2,000 yards, which has never been done. No one's ever had 2,000 yards receiving in the NFL. Not even Jerry Rice and Randy Moss.
Yeah, yeah. Cooper Kupp was 53 yards away.
Right. But it's never happened.
Yeah, no, he's not.
He still doesn't win it.
No, I don't think he's top 5. Do you think he's top 5?
Yes.
I do not.
Because there just isn't anybody. Like we were talking about giving it to Brock Purdy 3 weeks ago.
Well, that's changed.
Oh, that's changed.
Right. Like
Thank God.
He's still ahead of Tyreek, honestly, on the odds, though.
Is he really?
He's lost 3 in a row.
Yeah, Purdy still is.
Well, that proves Mason's point that it's a quarterback award if Brock Purdy is ahead of Tyreek Hill. By the way, if you want to watch Tyreek Hill this Sunday, 6:30 in the morning from Germany.
Yeah, from Germany.
Super weird.
No, that's Goodell trying to do exactly what he's doing.
Grow the game.
Because
Make
the best
more money.
game of the week.
Oh, Woody Page does look good as Taylor Swift.
He does,
Wow.
actually, yeah.
Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he could finish top 5. Yeah, especially if he keeps it up, because they're going to throw him the ball and they still can't stop it. That's pretty impressive.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys, a little Halloween here. So a little Halloween question.
Okay.
KTLA put out a list of all the haunted places in California today, 3 of them being in LA area.
Nice.
Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel,
Yeah.
the Cecil Hotel, and the Queen Mary. So
Okay.
have you guys been to any of these, and would you stay in one of these rooms for a night?
So Shaq's doing an event at the Queen Mary.
yeah, Shacktoberfest.
The Hollywood Roosevelt I've been to, didn't realize it was haunted. Isn't
Yeah.
there some big story with the Hotel Cecil where
Yeah.
terrible stuff
There was a
happened?
Netflix documentary. about
Right.
it.
I never saw the documentary.
So
but-
I've never been in. So I walked into when it was still open. It was still the Cecil. We would go on these walks back, a bunch of us here, like
Right.
5-6 years ago. You walk in and you could feel I just walked into the lobby. The energy was so overwhelming. I walked right out. I've never stayed there. I've stayed at the Roosevelt. I've stayed at the Queen Mary.
Yeah.
Both very eerie.
Yeah.
I've been dreaming, wishing to be haunted at a hotel. We stay in 2 haunted hotels when we go on the road with the Lakers. One's in Oklahoma City. One is in Milwaukee.
Why are you making that face,
Oh,
Mace?
it's just
No-
ridiculous.
nothing,
People
Mace.
who are scared of ghosts.
Yeah, I welcome ghosts. I'm trying to get them to show up, and they never do.
There's no such thing. So
And by the
keep
way,
asking.
Really? Then watch the documentary on the Cecil
Okay,
Hotel.
Chris, if
Watch
there,
it.
okay, let's say the Cecil
Because there was a
Hotel-
murder. Not a.
I
We don't
know
know if
there-
it's a murder, but
Well, there was a death there,
but
right?
there was
Chris,
definitely
let's say
something
that-
going on.
Let's say the Cecil Hotel is legitimately haunted.
Right.
Would there not be some pictures, some video?
Oh, they ghosts.
There's a lot of bad. I don't know if it's haunted. The energy there is just horrific. The Night Stalker used to stay there.
Oh, did he
Yeah,
really?
that's right. That's
During the
when
murder.
Kolchak?
Super. No,
Richard Ramirez.
Richard Ramirez. Yeah, Kolchak the Night
Darren
Stalker.
McGavin?
Yeah, Darren McGavin himself.
Watch the documentary, Mace, before you talk.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't believe in hauntings.
You don't believe in energies?
I don't believe in hauntings.
Because when I walk
don't
in your
think-
house, the energy isn't great.
Yeah, well, that's because it doesn't like you.
It's because you won't let me in the
In the jacuzzi, absolutely not. No, I don't
Well,
believe.
maybe now you should.
I don't
mean, Matthew
believe
Perry
in-
was the only one in the jacuzzi.
Come
when-
on, John!
No, I'm being serious. Wait a minute.
Come on!
Wait a minute. Are you guys not taking
What?
this seriously? Mace, you said this off the air yesterday.
Let's mark the
that
tape.
you
This
go
has to be at
in-
the Mandy's.
We all go to the jacuzzi.
You go in the jacuzzi by yourself.
Correct.
Now,
That's not going to change.
even
Well, I
after
could
the
be-
Matthew Perry thing?
No,
I could be
don't
a friend
know
there.
Any details of the?
I get where
Matthew Perry
John's
thing.
going now. I could be the friend in the hot tub
You
next
will
to you.
not be the friend in the hot
I could
tub
make sure
next
it's
to me.
all okay.
Yeah, never be the hot tub.
I'll wear this
friend.
outfit, the Island Boy outfit.
Good for you.
Go commando. That'll really freak him
Yeah,
out.
no, don't. Please. Island boys.
That's coming up at 3 o'clock, by
Yes.
the way, when Cappy shows up in the same outfit.
Fantastic.
That's what I got for you today.
Oh, that's it? You just stopped
Well,
right there in the middle?
It's
Well, after the
It's
Matthew
time.
Perry thing, I mean,
yeah.
Hard to follow.
Yeah, it is hard to follow. You're right. It's hard to follow. God bless him.
yeah, that really
sad
bummed me
story.
out. That story.
it was very sad.
It was very sad. It was one of the ones that hit me, and I was like, oh, man.
And John, you could appreciate. I loved him on the 2 Sorkin shows. Of course, he played on The West Wing a couple episodes, and then was on Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip.
was a great
one
show.
of the
Great
leads.
show.
Great
Canceled
show.
too soon. They like 30 Rock better, but that was a great show.
Yeah,
It
lo-
was.
So, and apparently it was super expensive to make, but it had all these like Matthew Perry, Bradley Whitford, Amanda Peet,
Yeah.
Stephen Weber. They were loaded.
Yeah, it was a great show. They should have given it more time. All right, coming up next for you, I have a question for you. Dabo Sweeney had a call from some kid on his coach's show. Have you heard this?
No.
Okay. Dabo got very, 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 very defensive.
Okay.
That's coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Have you tried BBGO yet? BBGO is the official game day snack of the Lakers. Mouth-watering Korean snacks and meals in minutes. Keep your freezer stocked with BBGO for a delicious meal in minutes. Korea's #1 food brand is making the whole world more delicious. Minimum effort, maximum flavors. Available at all grocery stores in the freezer aisle. BBGO Mandu are the largest, juiciest dumplings in the world. And every day is the day to live delicious with BBGO. Bergman and I tried this a few weeks ago. We were at an event, and the BBGO truck was there. And all we did was basically eat for 3 hours. If you've never tried BBGO, you got to try it. Check it out in the grocery store, in the freezer aisle. BBGO, the official game day snack of the Lakers.
Live Imaging Tuesday, 2:15 in
That
the
would
Southland.
be random speculation on my part.
Well, it wasn't on the air, so.
Yeah, I know.
Live Imaging Tuesday with Mason and Ireland. Happy Halloween.
Yeah.
Everybody dressed up today except Mason and Ireland.
Yes,
No, I'm dressed
it's our
as Alex Grinch.
It's our protest.
Yes.
All right.
Mason hates Halloween.
Come on.
Can we dress up for Christmas? Released yesterday back in, 19-something.
Tomorrow starts Christmas season. Are we going to go with Christmas music starting
No,
tomorrow?
Christmas
Come on.
doesn't start till after
November
Thanksgiving.
1.
No.
Respect
Christmas.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, respect Thanksgiving. There are Christmas decorations up.
I'll
at
come in and
Thanksgiving.
dress up like Rudolph if you dress up as something.
Hey, we were just talking about
Why'd you roll your eyes? That wasn't tawdry.
I don't roll my eyes at every tawdry thing.
I'll bring mistletoe.
Good for you.
I would
Bring
be
it.
disappointed if you didn't.
Bring
Chris.
it. Bring it.
Go ahead, John.
All right, so, John, we've got a very defensive college football coach in Southern California. His name is Lincoln Riley. He's been bristling at any suggestion that there's something wrong with the Trojans or there's something wrong with the defense. Or any of that
He
stuff.
will accuse you of having an untrained eye.
Untrained eye. So Dabo Sweeney does a radio show. Clemson, by the way, is 4-4 this year. 4-4. Coming off a loss. And a kid, literally a kid, and I cannot find the actual call. I just know it was a kid, a teenage-sounding kid, challenged Dabo Sweeney, said, why should you be making all that money when you're 4-4? Listen to Dabo.
Tyler. Hey, Tyler, I've listened to enough of you, Tyler. Listen, you can have all your opinions that you want, all right? I don't know how old you are. Don't really care, all right? But let me tell you something. We won 11 games last year, and you're part of the problem, to be honest with you, because that is part of the problem. It's people like you that all you do is the appreciation, the expectation is greater than the appreciation, and that's the problem. Am I perfect? Nope. I'm far from it. I am a man of faith, absolutely. All right, I'm 53 years old, and there ain't one thing in my life. I have been a part of failure many times, but there ain't one thing in my life that I've ever failed at, Tyler. Never. All right? Ever. I wanted to get an education. I got 2 degrees. I wanted to be the first college in my graduate, my family. I did it. I wanted to go play football at Alabama. I earned a scholarship, led her 3 years, worked my ass off, won a national championship. I wanted to get into coaching. I worked my way to being a head coach. And when I got this job, and I'm sure you didn't want me to get this job, all right, and 15 years later I'm still here, and I'd say the results are what they are, and I stand on them. So you don't ever have to call back. I wanted to get married. I've been married for going on 30 years. I wanted to be a father. I've raised
It's like
3
asking
great sons.
Mike Dunleavy about
You don't like
Daniel
how I
Ewing.
want-
Seriously. Now, why does a coach act that I mean, granted, it's not a good season, but this kid calls up and says, hey, you're making all this money, you're 4-4. Does that mean that you go on a rant about all the things you've been successful in at your life?
I think there's a bigger issue at stake here.
Okay.
Because of social media, fans can directly go to Dabo and complain about him. In the old days, they could only call radio shows. But now, and I think that was probably the straw that broke the camel's back. Dabo's been probably taking a bath down there, and he just decided, I'm sick of it. It probably was the same reason Lincoln Riley went off on people saying Alex Grinch can't coach.
Yeah. So
Dabo, it's been the last 3 years that Clemson has not been very good.
Well,
Right,
but
they were in the national championship game like 5 years in a row before
they've won
that.
national
but the
championships
last
2
3
of the
years
last
have
7
not-
years.
And usually when you get that defensive, that means there's a much bigger thing, and
I
it's
agree with that.
and it's a real thing that's happening.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think Lincoln Riley should take calls on the Lincoln Riley Coaches Show.
Well, last week he didn't even show up for it.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I had pneumonia. Missed 2 days of practice.
Right, but then he was at the game.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I mean, I think Lincoln Riley was in a small market in Norman, Oklahoma, and he was allowed to do whatever he wanted. And that's the only way he knows how to act. So he gets out here to Los Angeles, and he tries to suspend a young kid reporter because he doesn't like something he wrote.
Yep.
And then he yells at people for having untrained eyes when they criticize Alex Grinch.
Boy, that's a big mistake.
And Alex Grinch gives up 50 points a game, literally.
Yeah.
And I just think he's learning how to be in a big market.
Right.
And he's going to keep stepping
And by
in
the
it.
way, Dabo's in a little market. He's
Right.
not used to being challenged. He
Right.
is the mayor of whatever the hell town that is.
Yeah, I never thought that it would even be possible that I could like Chip Kelly more than Lincoln Riley, but I'm getting there. I'll tell you.
Yeah, for the stupidest reason. Hang on a second. This is Chip Kelly after the game on Saturday.
Well, there's two things that won me over. That's starting, Greg, to win me over about Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly never has any fun. On Saturday against Colorado, he actually had fun. I ran into Robert Lara, who's our security director.
Yeah.
And there was a shot of Chip. He does security for UCLA, too. And there was a shot of Chip giving him a big hug and smiling and laughing with him after the Colorado game. And I said to Robert last night, how did you get Chip Kelly to laugh? And he said, off the air, he does it all the time. He's just serious when he's on TV.
But why does that matter opposed to wins and losses? Why do you care if he's happy? Because there are lots of guys who coach who aren't. Nick Saban doesn't look like he's a laugh riot.
Except Nick Saban wins all the time. Chip Kelly wins some of the time. But, I mean, what are they now, Greg? 6-2?
6-2.
They're 6-2. They were 8-4
great.
2 years ago. They were 9-3 last year. They're 6-2. If they win out, they'll be 10-2, and it'll be one win more every single year.
Right. And then there was this weird thing where they did a statue for Terry Donahue.
And he cried, right?
And yeah,
he cried.
They asked Chip Kelly about it, and he teared up and walked out of the press conference.
A whole lot of blue.
Want to hear it?
Sure.
A whole lot of blue out there.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
It was awesome, and I think the combination of that, and I think if the people that were around yesterday or knew what happened when they put up Coach Donahue's statue. Sorry.
He's tearing
I
up.
think it's,
Tearing up, yeah.
It was fitting. You know, and I think Terry was watching today, and Terry was the ultimate gutty little Bruin, and I think that's what our players did today. And Terry's got a big stamp on this win today.
That's a nice human moment.
Yeah, and I didn't think he was capable of a nice human moment.
But all I
now
care
that
about
he
is the wins and the losses.
Well, he won, too.
Yeah, he won too.
Yeah.
Exactly. And by the way, they were
And
9-4.
Greg, I think if he had an older quarterback, he probably would have won the game at Utah. And
if DTR was there for his 8th year,
Yeah.
Right.
they would have won. They'd be 8-0 if DTR
By the way,
was back.
9-4. If they repeat 9-4, that's a success.
especially at UCLA.
At UCLA, 9-4 is.
It means you're going up and it's getting better. They already have 2 losses in conference. They're going to be. You're out of the
Sure.
college football
Yeah.
playoff. So now it's just about winning the games that are in front of you. They can beat Arizona. They can beat USC.
Oh, you want to go to the USC game? Are you in?
Is it at where's
It's
it?
at
Is that the Rose Bowl?
Coliseum.
At the Coliseum?
I went to the Coliseum or to the Rose Bowl last year.
I don't like the Coliseum. There's
Yeah,
no good
I don't
seats.
like the Rose Bowl, and
I
yet
love the
I
Rose
still
Bowl.
went there last
Yeah.
year. I hate
All
the
right,
Rose
I think
Bowl.
I think we can make that happen.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Okay, I'm gonna go in all blue and gold.
Good, do it.
what
I'm
has
gonna wear what I'm wearing.
John, if it's any other day,
Yeah, you're
I
gonna
don't
go
even-
to SC UCLA.
I don't even think I'm in town for that game.
I don't know what it's November or what.
Look it up. I may be. I don't know.
Yeah,
Do you know what is the date? Is it November 18th?
November Look at it. I don't know.
I don't know. It's the last game of the season.
So it's,
I think
3
it's
weeks
right
from
after
now.
Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, it's 3 weeks from now. It's normally the Saturday
Or is
after
it right
Thanksgiving.
before Thanksgiving? I don't know. It's one of those games.
They're at home the 26th. The Lakers are at home. They're at home a lot.
Yeah. Okay, we'll work that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it was any other day.
If it's
Yes,
any other day.
exactly.
All right, coming up next.
What? Too early. Wait.
Why?
Weren't you-
24?
23:30.
Okay. You want to keep
I
going?
thought you were going to play the Jeopardy thing.
Yeah, I was going to tease it and play it next, but let's go ahead and do it. All right, so
So this is interesting to me because I've always had trouble understanding people that don't love sports
Mm-hmm.
or just have no interest in sports. I
Right.
feel I feel not bad for them. I feel sorry for them that
Right.
they can't live and die with games like we all do.
Yeah.
I mean, sports are really
fun.
And so because I do what I do for a living, almost everybody in my life loves sports.
Yep.
I can't think of too many people that don't. But I found 3 of them
Yes.
on Jeopardy last week. They had this category in Jeopardy. You'll hear this. And these are, if you're like me and you don't know anybody who doesn't love sports, they're out there, and here's the proof.
A Hall of Fame by position 400.
Joe Namath, Joe Montana, Mason.
What is quarterback?
Right.
Hall of Famer by position 800.
Bill Russell, Bill Walton. They are basketball centers. Mason.
Hall of Famer by position 1200.
Bob Feller, Bob Lemon, Bob Gibson. The baseball pitchers. This might be a long category. 2 left, Mason.
Let's try Hall of Famer by position for 1600.
Hey, sports fans, I believe in you. Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, John Stallworth. They are wide receivers. And let's finish it off.
In fairness, I
Gump
couldn't
Worsley, Shrimp Waters at Westwood. It just sounds like I'm making people up. These are hockey goalies, ice hockey goalies.
There you go. So they got one of the 5.
Wait, you wouldn't have gotten any of those?
I wouldn't have gotten the 5th one.
I
wouldn't have gotten the hockey
I
goalie.
didn't hear the names you were talking
I
to.
know that Gump Worsley was a hockey
Yeah,
goalie.
see, I don't know Gump.
So long ago that
that
he did
sounds
not-
like a pseudonym that Brian would pick for himself.
Yeah,
Gump
Worsley.
Who
That's
were
a
the
good
other
name.
names?
I like that one.
Gump Worsley. Did they say what were the other names, John?
I don't recall.
Yeah, I just
I have no
recognized
recollection.
Worsley, and he was the first
Worsley.
one. I knew
But
they were talking about
were,
hockey goalies.
They were hard on that one, but the
Bill
other
Russell,
ones.
Bill Walton, never heard of
Bob
him.
Feller, Bob Lemon,
Jerry
Bob
Rice.
Gibson,
Jerry Rice, Bob Gibson,
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss.
Don't you feel sorry
I
for
mean, the
those
John
people?
Stallworth one I can understand, but not the other.
I do. There are more people like them than we think.
I know.
Yeah, I mean,
And
they're
I
missing.
think they're right.
They're missing one of the great joys of life.
and it's emotional, and there's highs and lows, and you send your friends texts like USC is absolutely going to lose this game.
Yes,
and then they come back
Yes,
and win.
exactly.
I mean, they're missing out on all that.
Yeah. So, hey, on a separate note, I went to the doctor's yesterday.
Okay.
And
you gonna live?
I am.
Okay.
But he says I most likely have a torn rotator cuff.
Okay.
Okay. Now, it's my right arm. It's my throwing arm. It's my throwing arm. What the hell am I
throwing
saying?
a lot.
It's my throwing arm. But I am right-handed. It does me. I don't have any issues unless I'm doing yoga, and then I can kind of work around it. Do I ever consider doing something about a torn rotator cuff when really my throwing days are over?
I'm trying to think if you do any hobbies other than yoga where you need your right rotator cuff.
Softball game. Every year, softball
Yeah,
game.
you're terrible at softball.
Yeah. No, I got a
I wouldn't-
shotgun of an arm, though.
I tell people this all the time. Never have an operation unless you need it.
Yeah.
Because something could go wrong.
Right.
You never know.
Right. Bergman, what do you think? Should I have something done about my rotator cuff or just let it slide?
Well, we have a softball tournament coming up again. We have
Uh-huh.
pickleball coming up
pickleball.
again.
This is my
See,
pickleball arm.
Yeah, you got to be ready for pickleball. So, yes, do something about your arm just for that.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. I tend to agree with John. Like, you don't do surgery unless it's an absolute
Unless you have to.
emergency. And I think I can work around this. Like, I can't do this, but I can do
Well,
this.
what if the ball goes in the air? You're not going to lift your arm to
Yeah,
get the pickleball?
that's where I'm going to have trouble. If you hit one
I only
high
care
to
about what's
me, I'm
happening at
gonna
the
have a hard
station, not
time.
your arm. So
yeah,
fix
exactly.
your arm.
Yeah, I'm going to let it slide. I told the doctor yesterday. I said I'm going to let this.
I think you're
slide.
making the right decision.
Yeah, I'm not going to have a surgery just for the hell of it. All right, coming up next for you. Have you heard the one about the famous actress who met aliens? Have you heard that one, John?
No.
Okay.
But again, I'm dying to meet an alien or get
haunted or
yeah. So please give me the details because I would like to call this actress and find out where I can go to get haunted.
We will do that coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN. Now what?
2:30 in the Southland. Live Imaging Tuesday. Happy Halloween.
Yes.
Mason and Ireland coming up at 3 o'clock. Shinato and Cap, 710 combo play. Producer Lindsay Baseball.
You've added to your costume.
She is starting to place the tattoos on Cappy and I.
Oh, nice.
So that we can officially be Island Boy.
There you go.
Island boy.
The Island Boy.
What is the Island Boy from?
The Island Boys. Have you
From-
never seen the videos of the Island Boys?
I have not.
Especially the last one they ever did. That one was tough.
You don't want to watch that.
Yeah, don't watch the last one.
They had a song. They were a big thing, and Cappy started making a big deal about it. Here, I'm going to play you the song.
Okay, yeah. Play it the old-fashioned way.
See the Island Boys?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm an island boy, put my vest on, yeah, like a wagwan man, trying to make
Those are the hits, man.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And they just say Island Boy over and over
Island
again.
boy.
I'm an Island boy,
Island
a Florida
boy.
boy.
And
Yeah.
Cappy started doing it because anything that's trending on the internet, Cappy gets involved in.
Yes.
So we decided to do it. And then when they put out their last video, which was, it was odd for brothers, John.
Yeah.
The things they were doing to each other as brothers was a little odd.
Okay.
And then that sort of tracked with Cappy and I sharing the 22-inch hot dog at Yamava. So that's how it all came together.
Yeah, that's super odd.
You got it, Jack?
Super odd. You know, I almost brought a Ouija board to the station today.
Oh, but you believe in Ouija boards. You
I
don't believe
do.
in ghosts.
I don't know. Is there something to a Ouija? I was always forbidden.
Ouija boards help you find ghosts.
I
do
was
they not?
always forbidden from touching a Ouija board. Because
Well, you always want what you're forbidden to touch.
yeah, correct. And so we got it, and we did. I don't know. You move the thing around, or it moves itself. I'm not even sure.
Did something pop up?
We'd ask it yes or no questions, and we occasionally would get an answer. Sometimes it would just sit there. Like I think that it's like some sort of your mind is doing it. Like your mind's tricking you into thinking things are scary and ghosts and that kind of stuff. I don't really believe
Well, that's
that there
the
is
fight
such
or
a thing.
flight part of your brain.
Correct. Correct. I fight. I never flight.
From the wind.
Unless it's halftime of an NBA game.
Well, no, we
Then I do flight.
anxiety.
You're right.
People with anxiety and depression are stuck often in the fight.
Yes,
And
yes.
not as much the flight.
Exactly.
But then when your brain goes to flight, my brain is stuck in flight on certain things.
Yeah, I hear
It
you.
works very hard. It's hard to now get back to fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So where are you now?
Well, when it comes to certain things, I'm on flight, which
On
is I
flight.
just avoid them.
Yeah.
Like driving on the freeway nowadays.
Yeah, you don't drive at all.
I drive, on the streets, but ever since the last few years, my brain goes into flight mode, not fight.
So you're nervous driving.
Not nervous, anxiety, like this
Anxiety,
fear,
anxious.
this fear of odd things, which never was a problem before. I used to drive all over the place.
Well, it's good for the Metro.
It is good.
You're
for the
out there
Metro.
all the time.
Go Metro.
Yeah, go Metro. All right, so John, Goldie Hawn is a very well-respected Academy Award-winning actress.
Goldie Hawn has an Academy Award.
Yes, she won it for a movie called Cactus Flower in maybe 1971 or 72, something like that. Her daughter almost won one for
Kate
Almost
Hudson.
Famous. So this is interesting. She has come out and told a story that she says happened when she was 20 years old. She says that she was visited by aliens. She says that she's never talked about this until now. Here's her description of how it went down. She's 72 now, by the way. She says she says she was out in a park. She was working in a dancer in Anaheim. And she says there was a time when, there was a lot of UFO sightings. I remember this so clearly. I went outside my door, and the story just went to an ad. She went outside her door, and she saw beings. And the beings had triangular-shaped heads. They had very big eyes, and they had no ears. She felt like she was in paralysis at one point until finally they left and she snapped out of it. So, do you believe?
Zero.
Why? You're Mr. Alien guy.
I know. Where are the pictures?
Well, she's 20 years old. Not everybody wasn't carrying a phone in their pocket in However,
but was Goldie Hawn the
1968.
only one that got visited by these aliens with the triangle heads?
Sounds like she's the only one in this story
Right.
that had them visit.
Yeah,
but other people, I don't believe in the,
You wanna
the
know what I
whole
really
alien
think happened?
abduction thing. Yeah.
I think she got stoned and
Yeah.
hallucinated.
Sounds.
There's your explanation.
It was 1968.
Right. It was a time of free love, free everything.
experimentation.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you believe it when Average Joe says it, but when Goldie Hawn says
I don't even
she
believe
was,
Average Joe's
you don't?
unless they can prove it. Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. When
Like-
did you become Prove It guy? You were the Believe Everything guy.
I'm hoping one day to be visited by a ghost. Michael swears that a ghost stole his wine at our hotel in Berkeley. Yeah, that's what I did. You rolled your eyes. That's what I did at Michael. Prove it. He goes, I can't prove it. I go, what? You have no proof of anything. No. You keep getting haunted at this hotel. Yeah. Take a picture. Record some sounds. Okay, give me any evidence to make me believe you. Can't do it. If ghosts were real, if aliens were real, are you telling me we would have no documentation anywhere?
Well, you always talk about, I think this is the hotel in Milwaukee. Is it the Pfister?
Yep.
Okay. I just Googled Pfister Hotel ghost photos. You know what showed up?
What?
No ghost photos.
Exactly.
Because there's no ghost.
Do this one. Do Haunted Hotel OKC.
OKC Haunted Hotel.
The Skirvin Hilton. They have a maid there named Effie, who apparently haunts the hotel and has made so like teams won't stay there.
Oh yeah.
Because this
you know
place
how many
is haunted.
photos of ghosts?
Zero.
Zero.
Thank
Exactly. Why do we believe
Come
in this
on.
stuff when there's no? Everybody has a phone in their pocket.
Right.
This is the problem with you, Mace. There are millions of pictures online. If you just go look at it, you just don't believe them.
Oh,
so
I know.
what does it matter?
I Googled two specific things, and in neither case did a ghost photo come up.
Bergman, you're telling me that ghosts are real, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
And nowhere, anywhere, at any time has anyone been able to get a picture of a ghost.
Also you can't film a ghost.
Okay.
It's a ghost.
Why? You can't take
see
a
it.
picture
There's
of a ghost?
sometimes it's just like a ball of
So
light
you
or something
can-
like that.
You can see it, but it won't show up in a photograph.
That's sometimes true, but also sometimes it's a ball of light
You
that you
are
can
a
get
moron.
in.
How did
No,
you become
guys are
such a
ridiculous.
ghost expert, a ghost authority?
I've seen plenty of real
Ghosts?
things.
Yeah.
Go online. And just,
Have you seen ghosts?
I have not seen a ghost.
Okay.
But I have. So if you want a story, and when I was living in Hawaii,
Yeah.
my ex-wife, we were in bed. There was a ghost. There's a ton of ghosts in Hawaii. There was a whole thing that came across our living room.
What
Or, no,
was
our
the whole-
bedroom?
what
our
was the
bedroom.
thing?
I don't remember what the people are. But it
Again,
was,
I would suggest the two of you were stoned and
no, we
hallucinating.
don't smoke. We did not smoke.
Well,
it
I'm
was
not
just
saying
a
you had to
normal
smoke.
night.
You could do many other
But
things.
We
you
didn't do
saw
anything.
a cloud.
No,
you saw
I
a
was
dark
asleep.
shadow.
She
you saw-
woke
Oh,
up-
wait a minute. Go back to that. I was asleep.
She
you
woke up.
dreamed
our
it, you
dog-
idiot.
Our dogs all freaked out about
the
it.
dog dreamed it.
Oh my
What
God.
is wrong
The dogs
with you?
dreamed it, and she dreamed it, and
Exactly.
everybody else. They are so real that it's insane that you don't think
They
they
are so real, it's insane.
Who's
I'm
the-
the
wait,
insane.
there's-
I'm
where
the
are the
insane
insane
one.
ones?
There's so many options online of the people telling you about it. There's shows about it. There's a whole
Great.
bunch of things.
Of all those stories and shows and everything.
Yeah, they're all fake.
No. Where's one picture?
Go look online. There's
I am
there's
looking.
pictures.
I just Googled ghost pictures. I can't get a damn ghost
Yeah,
picture to save my
okay.
life.
Yes,
there's no
pictures
good ghost
all over the
pictures.
places.
There's
You're-
no
you're
ghost
insane.
pictures. I
You're
Googled
insane.
ghost pictures.
No, one of us is insane, and it's you.
You're the one that's arguing for the thing that you didn't even see because you were asleep.
Why?
Yeah, and you now admit
In that
you
instant,
now
I mean,
admit
because
you're
I
asleep.
haven't seen a ghost
That's
doesn't
the
mean it's not
story
real.
you chose to
You
prove
believe
your
in the
point.
Sasquatch, but you don't believe in a ghost?
Because I've seen pictures of the Sasquatch.
Oh, yeah. We saw that last picture was totally fake.
No, that was
This is
yeah. You guys
amazing
think it was
costume,
some dude.
It was.
Wow, look how good Laura looks.
looks
Oh,
amazing. Look at
wow.
this.
Laura
We're not
went
talking
all
about
out.
ghosts. Laura, are ghosts real?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, come on,
no.
Laura.
Well,
Yeah,
that doesn't
that-
mean
Laura.
anything, but still.
Come on. All right. Oh, look. Jacob Imrani is wearing a costume today.
Jacob, are ghosts real?
Yes.
Thank
Oh,
you.
God.
No, please, Jacob.
Working
No
with-
wonder they.
Reagan,
No
working
wonder
with
they locked
crazy
you
people.
up.
I'm working
You're
with
nuts.
crazy people.
No wonder you're an inmate.
All right. So this is a really important game of games.
Maybe the most important game of games ever.
I think it is, and Jacob has a really cool thing for us when we come back too. For the winner,
Oh, look at that.
we'll explain it when he goes in there. But yeah,
Okay.
so Sedano has 5, Ireland has 5, Mason has 4, Brian 3, Bergman 3, Cappy 3. So everybody can win.
And
Yes.
this is worth 2.
Yes.
So, Mace, if you win it outright.
2 in a
You
row.
can win it outright. Sedano can win it outright.
Yeah.
Greg, how many do you have?
I have 3, so I can tie.
You can tie?
Do we have any
Okay.
ghosts playing? Do we have a ghost?
we can find a ghost. to
you
play.
go look
I'm
for
sure.
one.
I'm sure this place is haunted.
go look
If any
for
place
one.
is haunted, this place is haunted.
Coming up next for you is Game of Games. Jacob Arani is
Haunted by
going to join
Russians.
us. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, time to talk about iSpot Active. Mace, have you ordered your iSpot
I
Active
have
shirt
not yet, but I'm excited to.
Okay, with the custom-made gel packs that freeze your pain and make you feel better. If you are active, you work out, play golf, tennis, soccer, football, basketball, or are you a runner? Do you bike or exercise regularly? If you do, you need this recovery product. Go to this website, iSpotActive.com. iSpotActive.com. They make compression wear with pockets that fit flexible, ice-cold gel packs that cover your problem areas. The best thing is, it's cheap for what you get. The long sleeve shirt has 8 flexible gel packs that fit in pockets, upper back, lower back, elbows. It's form-fitting, moisture-wicking, doesn't stick to your body. There's no polyester to make you sweat. If you love to do what you do what you love with iSpot Active. Go to that website, iSpotActive.com. Everybody I know that has bought one of these things truly loves it. They have shirts, pants, sleeves. Runners, the knee sleeve has 2 gel packs, one for the shin and one for the knee. No more strapping on ice bags or trips to the cryo place where you got to drop $50 every time you do it. You just put your iSpot Active gear on and go on with your day. Ice and go. It's wearable ice cryotherapy. Get yours today. You won't be sorry. iSpot Active, iSpotActive.com.
Thursday.
Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app and bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
live for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, it is time for a dramatic conclusion to the month of October in Game of Games. Shadano is here. Jacob Imrani is here. Now, Jacob, your costume is so appropriate.
For an attorney.
For an attorney.
He's got an orange Department of Corrections jumpsuit.
Very nice.
Can we explain what we're playing for?
Yes, Jacob. Describe what you've got there.
So I have got the first annual Call Jacob Game of Games Championship belt.
There we go.
Nice.
Like
The
the
people's
wrestlers
champ.
win.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
All right. So, so whoever wins today gets
the
that.
belt.
Gets the
Like
belt.
Keyshawn and Marcellus fought for when they raced many years ago.
Oh, that's right.
Before they went into the Witness Protection Program.
Correct.
Network.
They both disappeared.
Yes.
They both disappeared.
Apropos, as Jacob is dressed the way he's dressed.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right, so it is Laura that is stepping in with the game today. Laura.
Oh, wow. Louder.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Laura. Thank you for doing this.
Of
All right,
course.
what are we playing today?
So I want to make it a little hard, and it's going to be Name is Your Buzzard. Okay,
Jacob
so
loves that.
listen, Jacob, I had multiple choice, but because it's a big deal here, we got to make it a little hard. you know?
Okay.
The people's champ.
Ireland's always the best at this stuff, though.
But let's see
He's
what
really quick.
let's see what the subject of the game is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Halloween. Come on now.
Okay.
Oh, Halloween.
All right.
Halloween. So
Anybody
I
can
feel
win.
like I feel that's easy,
And
right?
your
Okay.
name is your buzzer.
Name is your buzzer. All right,
All right,
here we go.
Here we go.
Question one. How many
Which-
questions you got?
I have a lot. So
Okay, here we go.
yeah. Which U.S. city hosts the world's largest? Mason.
Chicago.
Sedano.
Sedano.
New York.
Yep, New York.
Oh, way to go,
Let's
George.
go.
Okay.
Largest what?
Huh?
What was it? It was the
Oh,
largest
Largest
what?
parade.
Largest parade.
Halloween
parade.
Okay. She's like, what do I
know what it was.
Okay. This one's really hard.
Okay.
How did early New Englanders protect their homes from evil spirits?
Mason.
Mason?
Garlic.
No.
It's a good guess.
Yeah.
That is
in
a
the
great
ballpark.
guess.
Sedano.
That's
Sedano.
vampires.
A crucifix.
No.
Vampires.
Jacob.
Jacob.
Pumpkins.
No.
Brian.
Brian.
Salt.
No.
Greg.
Okay, Greg.
Holy water.
No.
Ireland.
Ireland.
They sang songs to drive away evil spirits.
Oh my God, no.
All right, so let's do multiple choice. on this one.
I told you.
got it.
It was going to be hard.
What was it, Laura? What's the
It was
answer?
hiding their shoes in the walls.
Oh, yeah. No, that was my second guess.
Yeah, clearly.
I went first with garlic and second with hiding shoes in the wall.
Listen, I want a winner here. So,
All right,
okay,
yeah.
here we go.
What's the next
Multiple choice. Greg said I have to do multiple choice.
Okay.
No, well, you don't have to
No,
do
no, no. I
anything.
said if we could have done that last one as multiple choice to still kind of.
You don't have to do anything, Laura. Do what you want.
Do what you want to do.
Okay.
Laura.
All right.
So
all
still
right.
name is your buzzer?
Just
Yeah,
put your
let's-
shoes in the wall and finish the game.
Name is your buzzer. We'll keep it going.
Okay.
What vegetable was once
Sedano.
Ireland?
Tomato.
No.
Greg.
It was Sedano after.
Sedano was
Garlic.
Nope.
Greg. Pumpkin.
No.
Okay.
You want me to finish
Yeah.
the actual question?
Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead.
What vegetable was once thought to have supernatural powers on Halloween?
Oh, that's weird because we
Jacob,
already.
Mason, Brian are still
Mason.
alive.
Mason.
Eggplant.
Ah, no.
That's an emoji, Mace.
yeah, that's an
Jacob.
emoji. Jacob.
Cucumber.
No, what is going on here? There's a thing here now.
Hey, these
Brian,
are all
you wanna take a
vegetables.
shot?
Yeah, carrots.
No, cabbage. Cabbage. You know what? We
So
do
now
that.
I might win this game 1-0.
we might have to go multiple choice here for you guys.
Take your cabbage, put your shoes in the wall.
Okay, hold on. I know someone has to get this. We'll keep
Go.
a name
Okay.
as your brother.
Okay.
Is he complaining?
No. Let's
Calm
go.
down, Greg. Calm down. Which movie tops Rotten Tomatoes list of the
Ireland.
scariest? Ireland.
Halloween.
No.
Greg.
Sit on.
Wait,
Sit.
whoa, whoa,
sit
No,
on.
so that was second.
Friday the 13th.
No.
Greg.
Go.
The Exorcist.
The Exorcist.
Yeah, I got a point.
All right, there we go.
You guys talked about it
I
yesterday.
had buzzed in, but okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow, complaining.
Okay,
Okay,
very
that's two
close.
now.
Yeah.
Very close to complaining by Mason.
Oh, Mace,
All
come
right,
on
here
now.
we go.
All right, here. Name is your brother. Which Halloween candy is considered the worst?
Sedano.
Oh, I think that was Sedano.
You got to say who. Yeah.
Pick one, Laura.
Sedano.
Candy corn.
Yes, candy corn.
Oh, okay, so now it's got two. Yeah.
Okay, so this is also hard.
Okay.
Which first lady was the first to decorate the White House
Sedano.
on Halloween? I think it's Sedano.
Sedano.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Mason.
Go, Mace.
Wait,
no, it's
Ireland.
Sorry.
This is how I got screwed before. Go ahead.
It's Ireland.
Okay, Ireland.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Jackie Kennedy.
Nope.
No, I know this one.
Okay, go.
It's Abigail Van Buren.
No.
Greg.
Mace, you have it. Greg goes.
Nancy Reagan.
No. Another very known president's last
Brian.
name.
Brian.
This is your Brian.
Michelle Obama.
What the hell, bro? No.
Jacob, want to take a shot?
I have no idea, dude.
Guess Betty Ford.
Yes, Betty Ford.
No. Mamie Eisenhower.
Oh,
I was close though.
Okay. Here's another one.
Okay.
Which U.S. state produces the most pumpkins?
Sedano.
Mason.
Mace.
California.
Sedano.
Massachusetts.
Ireland.
Uh-huh.
Florida.
Jacob.
Jacob.
Chicago.
That's not a state.
That's not a state.
Illinois.
Illinois.
Illinois it is. It is
On the
Illinois.
board, Jacob. Way to go.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, guys.
It's not a state.
I'll make these because we're running out of time, and you guys.
You're
are
fine.
kinda-
Yeah, fine.
All right, we'll do a true and false one for you.
Okay.
Okay.
So we each get a turn, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The Michael Myers mask he wears on Halloween came from a modified Captain Kirk mask from Star Trek. Is this true or false? Ireland.
True.
Okay. Jacob.
False.
Sedano.
True.
Mace.
True.
Brian.
False.
And Greg.
True.
It is true.
Yep. Yeah. William
All right.
Shatner has told
Greg,
that story.
Yeah.
Mason,
Yeah.
Ireland,
Shatner.
Sedano. Okay.
Is
Sedano
anybody
has-
alive in this thing?
So, yeah, everybody's like, Brian doesn't have any, but everybody else is on the board. Sedano has 3 and Greg has 2.
Okay.
You,
All
everybody
All right,
else has
Here's
1.
another
I need
one,
one.
true and false, just because I want you,
Okay.
to
Okay.
have a shot. All right. Is it true or false? Oh, all right. We'll go this way because the way I wrote it isn't right. Is it true or false that Michael Keaton only appeared on screen for Beetlejuice for 17 minutes?
Brian.
True.
I just watched that.
Greg.
movie. Yeah, true.
Mace.
Yeah, I'm going true.
I'm going to go false. Sedano.
True.
Jacob.
I'm gonna go false as well.
It is true.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not. He's really not in it.
He's
that much.
not in it that much.
Yes.
No.
It's a
So
lot of Winona Ryder.
everybody got that except me and Jacob, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Are we back to name?
And
is
Alec
name is your
Baldwin.
buzzer.
Okay, name is
Yes,
your buzzer.
Name is your buzzer.
Okay.
How long did it take to make the movie A Nightmare Before Christmas?
Greg.
Sedano. Greg.
Greg.
3 days.
Mason.
Ireland was second, and then I
Ireland
was
go.
third.
And I'm fourth.
I was 6.
4 years.
Okay. No. Neither of you guys. Who was next, Sedano?
Yeah, I'll say 6 months.
Nope. Mace.
I'll say 10 years.
Oh my God, no.
All right.
You guys want a hand?
Well,
'Cause
oh
there's
my
was
God,
good.
no.
Yeah,
I mean,
I will say 18 months.
no.
Why
1
not?
year.
3 years.
Oh, I
So
just missed.
Ireland
You
missed it
just
by
missed.
1 year.
Do I get one
I said
for
3
being
days.
close?
No.
Too bad.
All right, Laura. Let's do 5 more. You got 5 more?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. So Halloween is one of the top 3.
Mason.
Top 3 what?
No, go ahead,
Nice.
Mace.
Go, Mason.
Go ahead.
Easter and Christmas.
You didn't let me finish the
Yeah,
question.
go ahead.
finish
Go
the
ahead, Laura.
question.
Okay, is the top one of the top 3 holidays? Can you name me number 1?
Greg.
Sit down.
Greg.
Christmas.
Yep, Christmas.
Oh, okay. Greg,
Ties me.
4 more. Yeah,
Ooh,
Greg
tied.
and Sedano each have 4. All right, 4
Wait,
more.
wait. What's wrong, Mace?
Is one of the top 3 holidays according to or from
Listen,
what,
okay,
Come on, that's a complaint.
complaining.
There, she called it out.
Greg,
Mine is
complain.
one for
I-
Mace.
He's not going to win
I said, I'm
anyway.
going to put my shoes in the wall and go home.
All right.
All right, go ahead, Laura. 4 more.
Okay, let's see if you guys know this. In which U.S. state is it illegal to dress up like a
Greg.
priest? Okay, go ahead, Greg.
Let's go with Pennsylvania.
Sit down.
Sedano.
Rhode Island.
Nope.
Ireland.
Go Ireland.
Maine.
Nope.
Brian.
Brian.
Texas.
Nope. But you're close. I'll give you that.
Oh.
South.
All right, Jacob,
Jacob's
take a
the last
guess.
one.
Georgia.
No, Alabama.
Oh,
should've
you're
known.
very close. You were the
Yeah.
closest.
Come
All
on,
right.
I thought Quakers.
3
you know?
more.
Yeah, I
All right.
thought like
And
Northeast.
okay, so
In what? Okay.
a bunch of people can get knocked out if we don't get this. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. In what country was the first recorded use of the term trick or treat?
Sedano.
Ireland.
Sedano.
England.
Nope. Ireland.
Ireland.
No. Greg.
Oh, Greg. I didn't say Greg, but Greg.
Oh, I thought you said my bad. Okay, my bad.
Go ahead, Greg. Take a shot.
I mean, you guys all got to take a shot at this point.
The Congo. I have no idea.
Jacob.
Switzerland?
No. Come on.
Brian.
Mason.
America.
Germany.
No, Canada.
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 All right. Brian, Mace, Ireland, Jacob, all out.
It's me and Greg.
It's Greg and
we're
Sedano
tied.
for the heavyweight championship of the world.
This is for the belt.
How many points does he have for the month?
I have 3, so I can tie for
You
the
can
month.
tie.
You can
So
say it'd be a
worst case,
three-way
I
tie.
still
You're
get
getting
time.
some money.
Yeah.
Laura, 2 more. Here we go.
Okay. What Halloween tradition was paused during World War II?
Sedano.
Sedano.
Trick or treating?
Yep.
Okay.
That seemed easy.
That was
So,
easy. I told you.
Greg, you have to get this to keep the game alive.
Okay.
If you don't, Sedano wins.
All right.
All right, here we go,
All
Laura.
right, this one's super easy, guys.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
According to the well-known song, which family is said to be
Greg.
creepy? Greg.
The Addams Family.
The Addams Family.
Okay,
This
this is it. This question is for the month.
I have a
I'm winning no
tiebreaker
matter what.
question.
Sedano can
Do
win
a-
it outright.
Okay,
I
do
can
your,
win it outright.
Do your tiebreaker question now.
Okay.
Okay.
How much?
Do I need to write something
Yes,
down?
actually, you guys need to write this down,
Can I
right?
get a pen, Mason?
Yeah.
Here,
Give me the
George.
paper. Can you hear me, Brian? Can you hear me that paper?
Just one in the back.
There you go. Yeah. Thank you.
Everybody, shoes
There
on the
we
wall.
go.
Let's go.
All right, ready?
Shoes on the wall.
All right, here we go. Laura, what's the question?
How much did the 1978 Halloween movie cost to make?
Okay.
The
Jamie Lee
closest-
Curtis, 1978 Halloween movie. How much did it
The closest one with the. Oh no.
Don't no,
okay.
go no. Closest
Okay.
one wins.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Dang. Ireland's like, no, this is too hard.
Well, it's too long.
I wrote something down.
All right, Greg, what'd you write?
275,000.
Greg, Sedano?
200.
Laura,
Greg,
what's the answer?
Greg, 300,000.
Oh! Wow, pretty good guess, too.
Thank you. That's a 3-way tie for the People's Champ and the belt.
So the belt is shared between you get it for a week, I get it for a week, and Greg gets it for a week.
But you know what? Who doesn't get it for a week?
Mason! His winning streak is over.
So what a way, right? The first time you have a
Sorry,
three-way champion.
And you're not part of it.
I'm not.
Neither am I.
We'll keep it in Bergman's
I
office.
learned a lot though. Like I'm gonna
Shoes on the wall.
Shoes on the
wall.
wall. My shoes
That's
out
the
of the
greatest
wall and
thing
go
ever.
home.
Did you guys know that silly string is illegal today?
No,
in Hollywood?
Why
Yeah.
is it illegal?
Because Hollywood passed the law. So today until tomorrow, you cannot use silly string.
What about shaving cream?
I don't know about that, but
What
I
about
said silly
soap
string.
and toilet paper?
You know what? You guys suck. I'm glad you didn't.
No, Laura, that was good. Thank you.
I thought that was a very good game, Laura.
I know it was hard, but you know what? There was a lot riding on
Please,
it.
next time, multiple
Yeah,
choice.
it would have been better as multiple choice.
That's the only thing I asked.
Yeah.
I actually had it as multiple choice.
I just love the fact that you thought somebody was going to buzz it and say shoes.
I'm a Halloween freak, so I know a lot of these. Sorry.
Mason,
Brian,
shoes on the wall.
hit the super stage.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
I'm an island boy. Island boy.
All right, it is super crosstalk time. Shadano is here as Pat McAfee, and Cappy is here as an island boy.
Yeah.
Cappy, you got the tattoos rocking all over your face there. Looks
Now,
good.
did you know who the Island Boys were before
Yes.
this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, if you listen to the Shadano and Cap show, Island Boy is a fairly common reference, right?
It is. It gets a lot of play, although the Island Boys can be controversial at times, but it does get play on the show.
Island boy.
Yeah.
Was
there you
that
go.
Lindsay doing Island Boy?
No, that's actually the Island Boys. Yeah.
Island boy.
That's
It
the real
does
ones.
sound like it could be Lindsay. So what's going on, guys? Obviously, in the spirit for Halloween.
Yeah.
Your costume is great.
Thank you.
Cappy, you are an island boy. This is a great moment for you. You and Chris Morales have dressed the same.
I'm an island boy.
Now, what are you going to do after you're done with your work responsibilities today, Cap?
I'm going to go back to East Central. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to clean these tats off my face.
You're not going out with the tats?
Actually, Chris and I are doing what Chris likes to call bouncing.
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 But
We're
not
gonna-
in costume.
No, in costume.
And you're bouncing 2 different clubs, nightclubs, what? Bars?
No, we're on foot from here
As
in
in
downtown
moving.
LA.
Yeah.
Oh, bouncing. Got
And
it.
he's got a couple of different spots he wants to hit, thinking that, in this outfit, we're going to look, the part.
Now, are you scared of ghosts and stuff like that? Ireland, Bergman's terrified of ghosts. He saw one when he was asleep,
Well,
apparently.
he's also terrified of Ernest Scared
Yes, he
Stupid.
is. Yes, he is. Do you believe in all that stuff, Cappy?
No, I'm just scared of regular people.
Yeah.
Especially when I show up looking like an island boy. I think people are going to look at me and they're going to be like, what the hell is wrong with you?
It's downtown LA. You can probably fit in.
Maybe. Maybe if I don't fit in, that's a problem.
That
You
is
know
a
what I'm
problem.
saying?
And it's Halloween,
Right.
too. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
It is what it is.
You two guys, though. Hey, fact.
I went as Alex Grinch.
I was just going to say.
Alex
You're
Grinch. You know what I technically was going to go as? I was going to go as me from 2 years ago because I got sweats and a baggy
That
hoodie
is
on.
you.
So it is me from 2 years ago.
But Johnny I says that he doesn't dress up for Halloween out of respect for your hatred for Halloween.
I do not like Halloween.
Okay.
I've never liked Halloween. I talk about it every year. Happy Halloween, by the way, everybody.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I don't dig Halloween.
I understand.
Yeah, it's not my.
You think
it's not
I
my
like
jam.
this? You think I like dressing like an island boy?
It looks like you're eating
By the
it
way,
up.
best Halloween costume of all time, Karate Kid, Ralph Macchio, went as a shower. And he,
Oh, right.
and
Oh,
he
remember,
has the
yes.
and he
I
had a
remember
shower
that.
curtain, and he would bring girls in and close the curtain and make out with them.
Where would he do that?
On the movie Karate Kid.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Well, you would have to watch the movie.
He did it with Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah.
Correct.
Really?
Yeah.
Gosh, I've forgotten that.
Yeah. Although the
great idea.
The funny costume I heard this year, and I saw a picture of it, is the Randy Johnson with the bird. Have you seen the Randy Johnson?
That's
with
hilarious.
The bird?
I've not seen
It's
that.
really funny. Really tall guy is Randy Johnson. He's got the mustache and everything. And then his girlfriend goes as a bird that's sort of all blown
Exploding.
up.
Oh, really?
The way
I
Johnson
remember
hit him.
that day like it was yesterday.
It's
like
so
I remember
weird.
I didn't see it live, but I saw it on like Sports Center, and I was just like, whoa.
It's like he threw out the first pitch last night.
Randy did?
The big unit.
In
Yeah, I did
Arizona.
not watch
Yeah,
the
the
beginning
unit.
of that
Yeah.
game.
The unit.
Are you tuned into the World Series? I'm not watching a lot of the World Series.
Not really.
I switched over last night for the end of the game. It was 3-2, and it was kind of close. And I
Yeah.
thought, I'll take a look.
Same
but-
thing. I pop in and out. I saw the Lakers game, which was
Yes.
a little too close for
Interesting.
comfort.
Yeah.
But you called it. We talked about this yesterday, that there's not a gimme game in the NBA anymore.
I thought there was a decent chance they could start 1-4. There's still a chance they could start 2-3, but I'm not worried about it. I think they need time to figure it out.
Yeah.
And Austin Reeves hasn't been Austin Reeves yet.
No, he's
and
not
he
been
will.
Austin
He didn't play
Reeves.
at the end yesterday.
Yeah, he will eventually.
2 games in a row. He didn't.
Well, if he's not
Close the
playing
game.
well, then you got to do what you got to do.
Well, the
Yeah.
Clipper game tomorrow night will be interesting because apparently none of the new guys are going to play.
Right.
So they might be a little shorthanded, but the Clippers have the Lakers numbered. Listen to this, you guys.
right,
not
but
only-
PG and Kawhi might play, right?
Yeah. Not only have the Clippers beaten the Lakers 11 times in a row.
Yeah.
Over the last 10 years, Clippers are 29-6.
Yeah,
against
actually,
the
it goes back
Lakers.
even further. I saw ESPN Stats and Info put out a tweet that it was like 39 of the last like 43 or something.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Why do you think one team has another team's number like that? Does
Well,
it just
they
mean
can't-
more to them than
I
it
think,
does to
I
us?
think that's part
It's
of
their
it.
Super Bowl.
I think that's part of it.
You know, they've been the redheaded stepchild in LA and still are, and
and will always be.
Well, because everybody judges everything on postseason success, and they haven't had any.
Well, and I feel like if they ever got the Lakers in a postseason matchup, they'd feel confident there too because of the success, but they just has never happened. So
Yeah. By the way, Lakers Clippers. There's no line for tomorrow night. I guess
Because
they're
of those Clipper
adjusting
guys.
it because of
Yeah.
yeah, I mean they traded
out a bunch of people.
yeah,
and they got
Covington,
two.
Batum. They didn't give up Terrence Mann though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I'm with you, Mace. I can't wait to watch this.
Oh, yeah.
Because just the same way everybody got hyped when Russell Westbrook showed up for the Lakers,
Yep.
everybody's going to get hyped on who James Harden is, like what his stats say. But there's no chance the egos can all coexist together.
Yeah,
No chance.
I am with you. I know there are
Yeah,
people in the league who say,
I
"Oh yeah."
disagree.
I just think
All right, George.
I've seen him tank 3 teams. I just don't know why this would be any different. It's a trend. It's a
Well,
pattern.
he was one 3-pointer away. They missed 27 straight shots to beat the greatest team that we've ever seen in the Golden State Warriors. Okay, so like,
But the blowing up of teams is
well, I get it, but this is all. I think this is what Ireland, where you were going to go. I mean, they're all on 1-year deals at this point.
Right. And here's the other thing, George. The only reason I think it may not work, and I'm more leaning more towards your side of this than I am towards it not working. I think it could work because I'm a big Ty Lue fan, and I think he's really smart.
Yeah, good coach.
I know this. Russ needs the ball.
Right. He's going to be second unit, though.
You think?
You
no
think?
doubt.
Will
Terrence-
he happily go to
That's
the
what they
second
did
unit?
last year.
Awesome.
But Terrence
Great.
Mann is hurt.
I'm all for that.
So
Yeah,
Me
they did
too.
that last year,
Wait
too.
till he blows the whole thing up. Seriously. Wait till Russ starts complaining.
Tick, tick, boom.
And Ty Lue's like, I can't handle
Go
this.
ahead, John.
he needs the ball. James needs the ball. And Kawhi and Paul George aren't just going to sit around and never get the ball. So what do you do?
Well, but James, if you look at it last year, he was incredible getting Embiid the ball and getting all those guys
led the NBA
ball.
in assists.
Correct. And if you look at the biggest problem the Clippers have had, I think, in their Kawhi PG tenure is they don't have a guy that actually is good at distributing the ball. Like, it's been on those guys to do that, and that's not what they're good at necessarily. Not that they're bad at it, but it's not what they're great at. I think Paul George has the most assists on the Clippers since him and Kawhi got there, and it's like 965 or something like that.
Yeah.
In that same time, James Harden has like 2,200 assists in that same amount of time.
But they both are ball-dominant guards. So if what you're saying is...
But they don't play in the regular season, the other two. So
Well, that's
James
the key.
does.
That's the key.
James will play the regular season.
But that's the key right there. Why do you bring in Harden? So he can carry you while Kawhi is sitting on the bench not playing.
That actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
In
totally.
other words, it's Harden and Westbrook until you get to the point where those guys actually play.
And I
just
feel
don't know-
bad. And I feel bad for Paul George because he's just had a lot of crappy luck with
Yeah.
injuries. You know what I mean? But that's my theory on it. James Harden will carry them in the regular season, and then Kawhi gets to be the Terminator in the playoffs.
Won't happen. But I love the idea.
Yeah, no, it's conceptually.
Yeah.
I get it.
Love the idea.
Why won't it happen?
And by the way,
because you don't think Kawhi's gonna be healthy?
No. It's because here's what the deal is. They won't practice pretty much now all year. They'll just have to play. And for them to become like a really good team and have great chemistry and understand who does what well, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, you got to practice. You got to play.
Why wouldn't they practice?
Well, I'm just saying there's not as much practice time right now, this time of the year. You know what I mean? How much pure practice is there compared to like preseason practice?
Yeah, I would imagine, but there's always stretches in the season where you have like 3 or 4 days off, and then you can start getting on. I mean, these guys have all played together in different stretches and different times.
And Harden and Westbrook have played together 3 times now.
Right. Right.
And they were younger. They were in different environments. They had their teams. I guess at one point you have KD's team, but this is Kawhi's team and Paul George's team, and now you've added Russ, who's a character, who's been good so far, and
He
I
has
mean
been good for
he's been a good player and
Ireland's
he's been a good
guy.
locker room guy.
Yeah, he's been one of my favorite players in the league, but I know this about him. He needs the ball, and if you don't give him the ball and you bench him, it's going to be a problem.
Can't wait.
But he is last year he played 25 minutes for them. Like
Right.
that's what he needs to play.
Because of the injuries, he played a lot.
Right.
So if you have
But when they were all healthy,
you
it was
agree
25.
with me that it's an issue to have those two play together at the same time, right? Because Russ can't play off the ball. I mean, you don't have to guard him.
Not well.
Right.
So
No, Russ is a second unit guy.
Okay.
Let's go.
So-
Like he's their Lou Williams,
all
basically.
right, so he's going to play. James is going to play 30 minutes a game, and Russ is going to play 18. He
No,
won't-
Russ played last year. I had them during this time, and basically when everything was healthy, which didn't last for very long, Russ played 25 minutes. That was what he capped out at.
Right. So if he
And I
plays,
think that's what they're
if he
trying to
plays
replicate.
25, that only leaves 23 for Harden.
No, because they're going to be playing it small ball. They'll play different positions. There may be. I don't necessarily.
I'm just
think
saying,
that's
if you're
exactly how it
playing
works.
them together,
Yeah, but Russ.
it's a problem.
Oh, please do it.
Sure,
Yeah,
I would
I'm all
agree.
for
I
it,
don't.
too.
I think that you can't play them together for long stretches.
Right.
But like 3 or 4 minutes in a game, like I don't think that's.
By the way,
gonna
I think, look, if you're the Clippers, why the hell not? Just roll the dice. Just do your thing. They're all walk-away free agents. See what happens as you go into the new building. I don't think it's going to work. I'm not of the belief that it's going to work.
I mean, you
I
never think
every-
anything they do is going to work. So
The Clippers?
yeah.
No, this particular thing, actually yesterday I was talking about this. I was saying, because Kendrick Perkins suggested, why not James Harden to the Lakers? I'm like, are you kidding me? All this continuity that we've talked about, now you want James Harden on the
he
Lakers?
didn't make
Add
sense
that
to the
personality?
Lakers. But he actually fits, in theory, what the Clippers actually need. A guy who can get other guys the ball.
Right. I think you should plan on moving on from Westbrook, because I think that's going to be
but
an
he's
issue.
making $3 million.
I know,
you
but
so-
do you think they will move on from
Yes,
Westbrook?
Of course, unless
Well,
he comes-
after this year, I think is what he
Oh,
said.
after this
Yeah.
year, yeah.
But if he becomes a pain in the ass,
Oh, yeah.
at $3 million,
Yep.
See you
Yeah,
later.
no, you
Right.
can just give him the bums.
But
rush
I
at
don't
that
think
point.
he's going to be. I don't know. I don't think he's going to be a huge pain in the ass. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Island boy.
Island boy.
Mace, do you want to be our third island boy?
No, I do not. I don't.
There's
Why?
only 2 of
If-
them.
No,
If
now
it
there's a
was
third.
Any
There
other
is?
night. if it was any
No,
other
but
night.
you could have fun with us. When we go bouncing, imagine if you were all dressed up like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to miss that
Mace,
opportunity.
we have tattoos for your face.
Yes.
We have an Island by mask. We have the Island by T-shirt.
Bye.
Come on, let's go.
Mace, jump in.
You should
Yeah.
be the third
Mace,
Island
we'll jump
by.
you in.
Yeah, I
It
have
only
got
hurts in the
so
beginning.
much going on right now. It's crazy what a busy night
If it were
this
any
is.
other
Really?
night, Chris.
Yeah,
Really?
crazy what a
You got a
busy
lot
night.
going on? What do you got?
Island boy.
I've got to take a big pumpkin and put some Reese's.
Are you
peanut
actually
butter-
putting
put it-
candy out?
Yeah, I set
Really?
it down at the bottom of the stairs just in case somebody comes by, and then when they don't, I just eat it.
I said to myself, I'm not going to be an idiot and eat a lot of Halloween candy today. I ate probably 20
Yeah, what are you
pieces.
Yeah,
out
you've
of
been
that.
on over here.
What
all
are
day
you eating?
long.
I
Like
know.
Whoppers?
Do you have any,
No,
Mace?
Whoppers
no
are good,
Whoppers.
though.
I ate all
I got
the
a
Milk
surprise for you,
Duds
Mace.
And I ate all the Kit Kats.
What's the surprise for me?
It's not
Morales?
tawdry. I got prime pizza outside for you.
I do love prime
It's so
pizza.
good. Yeah.
It is. I love.
Wait, you got it
huge
out there
fan.
right now?
In the bullpen.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's always
That was
gotta
my,
go.
that's my
Yeah, me
Halloween
too.
gift to you.
Yeah. All right, guys, have a safe Halloween,
And we're going to go bouncing later.
and you're gonna go bouncing. Be
What
safe.
do you think about that?
Be safe when
Will
you're
it be-
bouncing.
Will it be documented on all your various
Of
feeds?
course.
Yes.
Okay.
Will it be on the station feed or just on the Morales
We'll
feed?
see. It could be on both if we
On
want.
both. Excellent. All right. We're back tomorrow at 1 tomorrow. Coach Sean McVay is going to be with us tomorrow, and we'll
Is
get
he an
you ready
island
for
boy?
He
Lakers
is definitely an
Clippers.
Island boy.
Island
He's the
boy!
third.
I think
He's
an
the third
island
Island
boy.
boy.
I don't believe he is.
Yamava.
But coming up next,
He's got Yamava.
I'm going to say something
oh,
about
you're
Yamava.
going to do
Would
something
you like me
about
to say something
yeah,
about
we're back
Yamava?
tomorrow at 1, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.